going to apply for PTI on him as well, but we need mitigation.
Or do you need a mitigation?
They need a mitigation.
Okay, so same thing, we'll sit you off 2 weeks on that one, I guess,
Okay.
as well.
And then afterwards, I want to talk to the state, but I do have a client, Brian Martinez, who has a scram violation.
Okay, is he here?
He is here.
Put him in the box for me, please.
Brian Martinez, he was on the phone with his wife in the hallway. So I'll go grab him. Yeah. Okay, that's it. That's all I got.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Marcus. Thank you, ready? All right, let's roll, nerds.
All right, Judge, the first one is page 13. Behrman, come on up.
Catalina Fairman, come up. Ms. Fairman, you are charged with the offense of interference with the duties of a public servant. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. Officers were dispatched to a family disturbance, and the caller, the defendant's mother, stated that her daughter was walking around with a hammer and identified her daughter by name and as wearing a Barbie sweatshirt. In transit to the scene, the officers observed the defendant's prior mugshot and arrived and observed the defendant recognized by description and that mugshot. The defendant walked towards the officer and the officers told her to stop, but she ignored them. She had her arms tucked into her sweatshirt, so they were not visible to the officers. The defendant attempted to walk past the officer and the officer grabbed her arm and she then laid on the ground and tucked her hands under her abdomen and the officer struggled to get her arms out from under her. The defendant stated the defendant had a hammer in her left hand and would not let go. The officers then took her into custody.
What's she doing wrong? Was she walking while black? I mean, really, you tell me all she has is a hammer? She's walking around with a hammer. So I hammer stuff all the time.
Your Honor, just what we have is there was a family disturbance. There was a description of her with the hammer and she walked towards the officer and the officer just told her to stop.
I mean,
so
there's
they could-
nothing. She's not doing anything. No one says that she's doing anything menacing with the hammer. She's walking with a hammer. I hang stuff on my house all the time.
Furthermore, Your Honor, there is more in the DIMS that in the complete DIMS, it says the complainant's defendant's mother identified her and said that the defendant's brother had taken a blue speaker, which upset the defendant. So the defendant went outside and kicked some trash cans over her and pacing around a neighbor's vehicle holding a hammer. The complainant advised she was afraid of the defendant. So, yes, Judge.
I'm with you. Don't worry about it. I'm going to find no probable cause. Just hang tight with me for a second, okay?
Good, Judge.
Please. Just, yeah, take a seat for me. Hang tight, please.
All right. All right, Judge, counsel's approaching on page 29. Martin, come on up.
Yes, good morning. Hi, counsel. Vic, what was the last name again?
Martin,
Martin.
on page 29.
Martin. That was a great show. John Martin?
Yes.
Mr. Martin, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're also charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. On the gun case, you were facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. I'm sorry, what? Did I just say?
I think it's quite safe.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm like reverse. On the DWI, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. And on the gun case, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. Okay. On January 28, 2025, officers were dispatched to a wreck on Mesa Drive in Fairfax, Texas. The defendant was sitting in the driver's seat when officers arrived and admitted to losing control of the vehicle and driving into a drainage ditch. The defendant stated he took some hydrocodone shortly before the crash, and the officer observed red bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and unsteadiness on the defendant's feet. Standard field sobriety were performed. HGN, they found 6 out of 6, walk and turn, 5 out of 8, 1 leg stand, 2 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and the defendant consented to blood. The officer conducted a search and found in the vehicle a cooler with a beer in the back seat, a small bag of prescription pills prescribed to the defendant, hydrocodone, and a loaded Ruger SP-101 under the driver's seat within reach of the defendant.
Judge, I would just submit to the court, he's a retired veteran. It's my understanding he has a prescription for the hydrocodone for back issues.
Mr. Martin, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, then I'm going to put you in jail. No more PR bonds. You need to understand that even if you have a prescription for controlled substances, if you take too much, you become intoxicated. If you're in a car, it's a recipe for disaster. Just don't. Do you understand? Any private WIs?
No, Your Honor, and license is eligible.
Okay, you need to be very careful. Don't take it if you're going to go drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you pick up a new case, if you use it irresponsibly, I only have one place for you. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my community. Do you understand, Mr. Martin? Now, you have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stand with Mr. Johnson. He'll tell you when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you, you become a danger to my community, you pick up a new DWI, just, I'm gonna put you in jail. That's all I have. Do you understand? Okay. So for now, I'll have you go to Victoria. We're gonna have you sign a reset. After that, I'll get you to Felicia for your bond conditions. And after that, you're free to go. All right.
Judge, if I may just real briefly, got Artondo on the docket.
Okay, that way, sir. Please.
It's from October, Judge. It's just asking for one more step. He's finishing and shows a tree.
I mean, it's only 115 days, right? Yeah, I mean, really.
All right, Judge, next is page 25. Jackson, come on up.
Is it Taishan Jackson? Taishan, Miss Jackson, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed for you.
Yes, Judge. The complainant and the defendant are in a dating relationship. On January 28, 2025, the officer was dispatched to a disturbance in Harris County, Texas. Upon arrival, the officer met with the complainant, who stated that she and the defendant were in a dating relationship and that she told the defendant she was drinking too much. The defendant and the complainant then got into an argument when the defendant punched the complainant twice and bit the complainant on the chin, causing pain.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do we know whether the complaining witness wants to have contact with her or not?
Looks like we attempted this morning, but we're able to get a hold of the complainant.
Okay. I want to do what the complaining witness wants. So until I know that she wants to have contact with you, I'm ordering you not to have contact with this person. Do you understand? Shh. I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I'm going to put you in jail. No more PR bonds. You understand? A protective order has been issued in this case. I would get to know it. If you violate the protective order, the state can and probably will file a violation of protective order. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. You understand? You know, in life, there are people that when they consume alcohol, they become very happy people. They're the life of the party. Everybody likes to hang out with them. They crack jokes. And then there are people when they consume alcohol, they turn into the devil incarnate. Get a clue. When you drink, this becomes you. For now, though, no consuming alcohol or illegal drugs. You understand? Tell me, do you have an income? Do you have an income? Do you work? What do you do with yourself?
I do hair. I do hair.
Okay.
Work from hair from home.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer? Or would you like a court-appointed lawyer?
I can do a court
Sorry?
appointment.
You want one? Okay. I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. I'll have you meet with Felicia for bond conditions, and then I'll have you take your seat in the jury box while I find your lawyer. Okay, ma'am? Please.
Right this way. All right, Judge, next is page 31. Matthews, come on up. I can sign it, please. I'm sorry.
Hey, so Felicia, no weapons, no contact, no alcohol, no dope. What was the last name?
Matthews,
Matthews, okay.
page 31.
You are Rebecca Matthews. Ms. Matthews, you're charged with failure to stop and give information, which is leaving the scene of an accident without exchanging information. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On November 5th, 2024, officers arrived to the scene of an accident and met with the complainant who had been in a wreck with the defendant. The complainant stated the defendant had made an unsafe lane change and struck her vehicle, damaging both vehicles. The defendant then exited her vehicle and began swearing at the complainant before stating she will take care of her own damages and leaving the scene, refusing to give the complainant any information. The complainant took pictures of the defendant's vehicle and license plate. At a later date, the officers were able to identify the person associated with the license plate, and the complainant was able to positively ID the defendant based on the photo the officer showed her associated with the license plate number.
So she took off.
She took off, and then they found based on license plate.
And I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Have you run her license, Alex? Do you mind?
I ran it. Let me just pull it up.
Ma'am, I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. Do you understand?
It's eligible, Your Honor.
If you're caught driving a vehicle that doesn't have insurance, or you don't have insurance in your name, I'm going to revoke your bond. I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand? Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, or would you like a court-appointed lawyer, ma'am?
And the court appointed one.
Okay. Can you file those conditions, Alex, please?
Which conditions, Your Honor?
Just no driving without a valid license and liability insurance,
Yes,
please. Okay, I need you to fill an application for me. So what I'm going to do is Deputy Miranda is going to give you an application. I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, I'll have you take a seat in the jury box. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions. All right? Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions. We'll have you come up here momentarily, please.
Go ahead and sign it, Lisa. All right, Judge, next is page 4. Badon.
Going backwards.
For the resetting. It's a one resetting.
You're Stefan Badon. Mr. Badon, you're charged with tampering with a government record. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. This case is 755 days. Can you run his license, please?
Yes, Judge. It's not eligible, Your Honor.
You are not allowed to drive. That is a condition of your bond that I'm making now. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me, Mr. Badon, that you're not going to drive. I don't give a rat's behind what your excuse is. If you drive, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. It's an offense in and of itself. Do you understand? Unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. One more thing. If you ever take off on me again, I'm going to make your bond so high, your head is going to be spinning. I'm going to appoint your lawyer today because we need to figure out where this case is going. It is extremely old. So I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I'm going to get you to Victoria. We're going to have you sign a receipt, and then I'll have you take a seat in the jury box, sir.
Judge, that was our last arraignment.
Okay.
No, Kim.
Hey, Hugh, you ready? Come on up. Hey, good morning.
Kevin Albert on docket.
Albert.
Page 21.
Judge, it's an older case out of 21.
Halbert. Okay, come up, Kevin Halbert.
Just get a quick reset so I can go over the evidence with him now that he's out of custody. And then we're still waiting on photos.
Where's his phone?
You're waiting on what?
Photos from CW. Photos of
Okay.
CW.
Let him have a seat in the chair.
Mr. Halbert, your case is 1,122 days old. You will get a GPS monitor today, so I know where you are at all times. And if you take off on me again, it's really not going to go well for you. Do you understand? I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond, not, you were charged with assault. As a condition of your bond, you're ordered not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case and not to be in possession of weapons. Do you understand? So how long is it going to take you to get all the evidence? Because I'm ready to set this thing for trial, Alex.
So I'm looking, it looks like we requested the photographs on the 18th of January of 2022. So we'll have to send an escalation request and we can get in touch with the officers and the complainant and see when we get those
Hey,
photos.
I'm not doing long resets. I'm doing short resets.
Yes, Judge.
You get on it,
Yes,
get your photos.
Yes, Judge.
Can you also put an offer in there? Is there an offer now?
Yes, there is, Judge.
Yes, Judge. There is
Okay.
a time serve offer and
No, there's not a time.
no,
served
there's a
offer.
180-day offer. I apologize.
The offer is 180 days in jail. I'm giving you 2 weeks to decide what you guys want to do. Get the photographs as soon as possible, please. Send it to an investigator today if you need to, Alex.
Yes, Judge.
In 2 weeks. At that time, when you come back, you need to be prepared to accept either the offer from the state or I'm going to set your case for trial. Do you understand? Okay, see you then.
Thanks, Judge.
Ready? All right.
Your Honor, may I approach when you have an opportunity?
Yes, Elena, I'm sorry. I totally forgot you were there.
No problem. I am approaching on Billatoro. First name is Andy. I can give you a case number because it's hyphenated.
Yeah, I don't see. Okay, what is it?
I'm in another county. I'm in.
It's okay. Don't worry about it, Elena. That's why we have Zoom.
Hold on. It is 253-2485.
Okay. It's Cruz Villatoro?
Yes.
Okay, what do you want? What would you like?
Additional time. I'm still going over everything in this case. I wanted to see if I could get it reset.
Yeah, it's only 125 days old, so whatever you need, just give me a second. I'll get you a date, Elena.
Okay, sounds good.
Alicia,
Is discovery
he
complete?
gets monitored today.
All right, go ahead and sign.
Is discovery complete, Alex, on Cruz?
It looks like we're just missing station video, so we'll try to get that, Your Honor.
All right. House at March 11th.
You hear that?
I didn't hear. What did she say?
March 11th through the 13th.
Could we do that next week? That's spring break. I'll be out. So could we do the following week on that Tuesday? I think that's the 18th.
Yes, the 18th is yours.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Take care.
All right, go ahead and see the try. Council before we set? Let's go over everything we're deciding. Judges. Council for reset, put it right there.
I'm learning about it, so it doesn't. But it seems very good. Yeah, so. Right.
Judge for helper, there was no, curfew, correct?
And I'm gonna talk to them today and see if they would use this. If they would, yeah, I just wanted to ask you, so I'll be on the screen. That would be probably utilities document, I don't know, was it? Okay, right. Can you say it again? Second. Yeah, I just, you know.
Is there a Luis Salazar? It's on the dock.
We found doctors today.
Right. There's a BVR.
He's in the box.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Come on.
Morning, Judge.
Hey,
I'm put you on two matters.
okay.
First, I have a motion to withdraw for Kaylin Jackson.
Where is Kalen Jackson?
He's here today in court.
Okay, it's 150 days old. I mean,
Okay.
we're ready to set these things for trial now.
Well, he disappeared on me for a couple months. I've talked to him. I mean, he lost his job, so he's unable to pay, but I did explain the offer that he has, which is a PTI offer, so I do think he can get his case wrapped up without me.
Well, he can't do it on his own, I mean, he can't. Kalen Jackson, come up. What do you do with yourself these days?
Right now, I'm, working with my brand business to talk and videography.
So you are working.
Yes, I'm currently.
Okay.
I just got it.
Your lawyer seems to be really upset with you. She wants to get off the case.
Sure.
It's time for you to work with your lawyer to work out a resolution. Do you work for free?
No,
Do you think she does?
no.
It's time to work things out. I mean, this case is 150 days old. You got to come a lot earlier. I get it that they go MIA, but you have also duty, have them come in, periodically so that you guys can get on the same page and I'm setting your case off for a week. You guys need to get together to make things work out. Do you understand? Okay. So there is an offer that has been made in this case. I'm going to let them relay it to you at the right time. It's a really good offer, but you guys need to be on the same page. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, take a seat for me, sir. So let's set it off a week. I'm going to have this print. He's going to have to come back. Let's see if things have worked out for you.
At that point, we could just do a regular reset.
No, but let's see if things can work out for you. If not, then we'll talk again.
Okay, I mean.
Okay? No, but let's turn it. Don't worry about it. But let's see if things work out. And then come back in a week and we'll see. Let me know if you guys are happy or not.
And then I'll also have Mr. Salazar. I received a bond violation report from him yesterday for failing to
Come up, Mr. Salazar.
on January 8th.
We have court orders for a reason. And when you don't follow court orders, we have to take drastic measures, and that usually means putting you in jail. You were called upon to take a test and you failed to go. If it ever happens again, I'm going to revoke your bond and put you in jail. Do you understand me? As it stands, I'm sending you for a drug and alcohol test now. So we will give you a normal reset unless it's something dirty. Then I'm going to bring him back and we'll take different measures. But you ever get called upon to test and you fail to go, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Take a seat for me, sir. Ms. Turner, this case is 220 days old. What are we doing? Where are we with it?
Your Honor, the last thing we have is that his license is not eligible, so he has to either rectify that or sign a no driving affidavit is what we have.
Yes, he's aware.
Okay.
We need to do that today as well.
Yes, sir. I'm just waiting on the application from him. He was working with the ODO paperwork. I will make sure it's done as soon as possible.
And so no regular reset. I didn't realize it's as old as it is. We'll give him a week to get it done.
Okay,
If he doesn't have it done in a week, I'm going to roll him day for day until he gets everything done.
will do.
Okay.
Judge Salazar?
Yeah. They haven't done it. I mean, he hasn't even done the application, Alex.
No, Your Honor.
Hasn't done shite, man. It's unacceptable. Jose,
Good morning, Judge.
how are you, man?
Doing well. Thank you, Judge. How are you?
Too much drama, my friend. Too much drama.
Okay, well, I've got Alan Espinoza on the docket, Your
Yeah.
Honor. And
Okay,
he should be in court. I believe he has a bond violation for apparently missing a urine test.
okay. Alan Espinoza, come up. Did you hear what I told the other gentleman? If you ever miss another test, I will revoke your bond and I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand? Okay, I'm sending you now for a drug and alcohol test. Take a seat for me.
Mr. Espinoza?
So I'm going to give you a normal reset now, Jose. If it comes up dirty, we'll deal with it at that point. So give me a date,
Okay.
or just give me a second, I'll get you a date and we'll
All
go
right.
from there. So I'm sending it for a test now though, okay?
Yeah, thank you, Judge.
For sure.
I'll hang on until we get the date.
Yeah, bear with me one moment.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's really good.
Hey, bottom of page 12. Hi, Selmy. I have Mr. Sehi here. I'm sending the defendant for a drug test now. Let's do just a normal reset for now, unless it's dirty, then we'll bring it back.
Okay, let's see. How is March 11th to the 13th?
March 11th to the 13th, Jose.
Yeah, March 11th is fine.
Okay, it's yours.
Okay. Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
We'll, yeah, we'll give you a heads up something, okay?
Okay. All right.
Okay, thanks, bud.
Thanks, Judge.
Take care. Oh, great, thanks. I have to go to court time soon.
I'm sorry, we need your guys'
Next, yeah, of course.
She's gonna take her time served.
Okay,
We just
we
move
can be
on.
done today.
Can I pull her out to do the paperwork?
Yes, absolutely.
That was it. Thank you.
Hey, Vic, I have to go to court 10.
Okay.
Max, you want me to wait on you? Because I got to go to court 10.
It's all generated like speeds and matters.
Okay, let me know when you're.
Oh.
Yeah, she's right here.
Oh, yeah, oh, sorry, yeah.
Have her s-
If she can sign up here, that's fine. Can I just tell her?
Yeah, absolutely, of course.
There you go.
She wants to do something later on.
Jackson, Kaylin? There you go. There you go. Yes, ma'am. John Martin. I'm sorry, that's Chelsea the painting. I'm looking for Saber, yeah, A1, so he's one of the for me. I think is discovery complete. How is that not yet? So we're figuring out. You're going to be signed, okay? Go ahead. House March 11th through the 13th. Fortunately, 11th through the 13th. And go ahead. Starting tomorrow, Thursday, and going to tell you every day. And it's not just students, it's not students, but it's our most students, I was the person in the back. Yes.
I don't know. Yeah. We'll get it for you, Max. Don't worry.
That's too early in the morning. You have a question about this in the future, or you could also live in access to health services or accommodation. Okay, and then right here, it'll be legal first and let me read now about the admissions and then you'll ask them.
You got a little cut on it.
Okay. Okay, so just make sure that the sounds like a picture and then she can go ahead and
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Guilty.
Ms. Bennett, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out the agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for 1. You need to understand that this charge is going to go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. It's going to be there, it's even there after you die. This is important because you ever get pulled over again, officers, all they do is they look at your background. And if they see a lengthy background, it's just not going to go well for you. It doesn't matter if you're falling down, piss ass drunk. No, the mere smell of alcohol or dope, you will probably be looking at another DWI. What we're doing today, from now on, here in Harris County, you are facing, or in Texas, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand? No more proverbial slaps on the wrist. So if I were you, whatever you're going to do, don't get into a car because it's a humongous liability that you're in a risk that you're taking. What Max is asking me to do is to take off around $3,500 worth of fines and fees. The idea is that we all make mistakes, right? But you can't keep making mistakes where you endanger other people's lives. It's not fair. When it's so easy to hit one damn button on your phone for $30 to $40, you have a car waiting to take you anywhere you want to go on this. Do you understand? I want you to understand one more thing. It's unacceptable the way that you have been treating us here in court. You were ordered to get an interlock. You have not had an interlock since August. It's not.
Judge, did have it installed. There was
If it's in lockout.
I understand. And there's
it's as
issue with the money and all that, but yes, sir, we understand.
But you don't wait.
If you communicated it with me, I didn't realize there was another option, Judge. And so I'm definitely taking the heat on that.
So I came in to see if we could.
I'm
remove
not
it.
gonna let you. You are old enough to know that if you're ordered to have an interlock and it's not functioning, you're going to upset a judge. Do you understand?
Judge,
Just,
I'm gonna have to speak on that one, okay?
Yes.
Because I definitely communicated.
Let me know.
I said, I've been employed my whole life. When this stuff started happening, especially with the stuff with the other situation that happened going on, I let him know that I can no longer afford it. I didn't know there was another option.
And I neither, I told her we need.
But- and I
since
have not-
August, she's been in lockout, Max.
I'm not drove, I have not drove, I Ubered everywhere I've been.
It's true.
I have.
And I helped her with that as well.
Yeah, he-
She has. She did. But it's,
So now I'm self-responsibility for it, and I just don't want you to think that I just deliberately disobeyed an order. I didn't have a choice, and I communicated it with him. I'm taking full responsibility. So for you to tell me that, oh yeah, I mean, I am old enough.
If you
and I
see,
understand.
if you see and you, the lawyer has been notified and still nothing is coming of it, you gotta come to court, you know? When you have an interlock, it's supposed to be operational. And when it's not, that's a bond violation and it's a continued one, you know?
I understand.
I'm
taking full
I'm
responsibility.
preparing you for the future, you know?
Yes.
Hopefully there is none, but you can't keep it.
Also, before all of this and the federal thing, she'd never been in trouble before. So this has been like.
No, I have an assault from 2010. I've got an ag assault in 2009. I've got a gun case in 24, you know? So it's not our first rodeo.
Yeah, Judge.
It's not.
Okay.
And just,
She's really upset about
the idea is we all make mistakes, like I told you, but don't make a mistake. I'm sorry. It's not a mistake. They're actions that you take, and you're old enough to know that actions have consequences, right? Especially when you're dealing with alcohol and a 3,000 to 5,000 pound missile that you're in. You could cause catastrophic injury, and that's what we're trying to prevent.
I understand.
All right. I am going to waive the fines and fees now, but you need to understand on a second offense, it's a minimum of $6,000 in surcharges and fines and fees if you pick up another DWI. So when people continue to make actions where they endanger other people's lives, it gets extremely expensive, not to mention costly with jail time. You understand? All right. The agreement you've worked out is 3 days in jail, credit for the 1 day that you've done. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement today, you can never change your mind. You can't say, well, I didn't know this was going to happen. I didn't know this. Once you plead guilty, it stays like this forever. Do you understand? You still want to do this? How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? I'm going to find you guilty. I will sentence you to it. I'm going to waive your costs, your fines and fees. There is a license suspension that is attached to this. I am going to suspend your license. I'm going to suspend it for 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license. Good luck, man. Thanks, Max. Please see the clerk.
Okay, right. We're just a second right here. That's okay.
You're gonna take it down. Yeah. To the first court, to criminal collection, start on that. If you have any questions, ask your clerk, okay?
Kendra, do you need me?
Yes, Your Honor, I asked the court.
Are you?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm coaching for Miss Delandre Burnett. She's here
Okay.
and we may need to look at bond conditions.
She was for.
Okay, Miss Burnett, come up.
And I know she has a pending felony. The clerk's wet. I can't really pull the conditions up.
So we've got a ton of baggage here, and I don't understand how she has a discharging a firearm in an assault from October 29th. She picks up an aggravated assault in November, and then I guess the week later, picks up a criminal mischief? So we have 4 open cases, is that right?
Yes, Judge.
And we've never addressed any of the bonds?
She's been in custody for,
I don't know, tell me, let's,
she's been in.
I know.
When did you know? Okay. So she was in custody for, right, from October until January, Your Honor.
did you just make bond on the felony, I guess? Is that what happened? Yeah.
Right.
All right, so a surety bond was posted on the ag assault on 1/9. So let's talk about the complaining witnesses in all these cases. Who are they in relation to the aggravated assault? Any,
So in relation to the aggravated assault, we have not been able to make contact with complaining witness Johnson. But we have been able to make contact with the complaining witness Romero Perez, who was the employee at the business where the incident occurred.
is this regarding the criminal mischief?
This is regarding the assault.
Okay, what happened in the assault, please?
So, she visited an office that day, and then the defendant began threatening the complaining witness's children. And then supposedly, in the office is the apartment leasing office.
Okay,
And then she went up to the child and then threatened the child and said, tell your mom that I'm still here, and pointed a weapon.
at the child.
Yes,
Yes.
Judge. A large kitchen knife.
That's a knife, okay.
Yeah,
So the assault is out of the same transaction as the ag assault then?
yes,
Actually,
she kicked the first complaining witness in the genitals, causing the employee from the.
Okay, now the criminal mischief is, where's that from?
The criminal mischief
Or-
is from a different complaining witness. He was at his home upon arrival. Officers made contact with him, and he advised that he was at his residence and wanting to watch their children, and or the defendant arrived at his residence wanting to watch their children. He did not initially agree. The defendant then became hostile and caused a disturbance. The defendant then drove her vehicle into the complaining witness's gate, damaging it, and subsequently reversed and sped away. Estimated cost to repair is $500.
and Your Honor, that they do have children together, and I believe the rip call, he doesn't want to move forward with the case.
Something very interesting. I don't know if you read this, but, okay, ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause on all your cases, and I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of any weapons and not to have any contact with the complaining witnesses in these cases. Do you understand? Did the felony court put a monitor on her or anything like that? This is very interesting. Let me read this to you. As part of the conditions on the felony court, it says, defendant must obtain a library card and read to her children,
Oh.
/ must attend a parenting class. That's really interesting. I've never seen that.
It's 228.
The 330. I don't know, but it says,
That's a visiting judge. That's a visiting judge.
interesting, right? Did you know about this condition? Okay.
Your Honor, one of the CWs.
I'm not going to impose that, but.
She
I
does
just
have
found-
children with, I believe, the complaining witness on the criminal mischief, which is about the gate. And so I don't, just to help them co-parent, I don't know if we could just have no.
But I don't know if he wants to have contact with her. You know, before I allow you to have contact with this gentleman, I would like to know if he even wants to have contact with you. What if he doesn't want to? He may be scared of you. I don't know.
witness did say that he asked her to drop charges
Yes.
on the case.
Okay, so I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any threatening or harassing contact with, is it Andre, right?
Andre, yes, that's
Okay, do you understand? What is threatening or harassing doesn't matter what you think, it's what he perceives. From like this, that's could be threatening, harassing contact, so just be careful. You're lucky to be out with these 4 open cases. If I find that you're a danger to my public, you violate any of these conditions, I'm telling you now, I'm gonna make your bond extremely high. You know, you're probably not gonna have someone to pony up $15,000 worth of bond for you, so be very careful when you're out there. If you have a butting head relationship with this person, just be very careful. You understand? Now, we've given you a lawyer. It's your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Elick. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you, likewise, I'll issue a warrant for your arrest. All right? Okay, just be careful, man. Self-control. Okay, all right, Mr. Elick. We just need you to sign these conditions and then you're good to go. All right, thanks.
So is that pre-trial bond condition?
Yeah, with Felicia. Yeah, no, no alcohol, no drugs as well, man. All right, okay, thanks, guys.
Judge, can we go over those one more time? My apologies. I got these.
So no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons, no threatening or harassing contact with the gentleman named Andre, and then with the assault and that one, no contact whatsoever. And no going back to that leasing office as well. Okay.
All right.
Max.
There's one more order.
Right this way.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, come on up. Hi.
I'm here on branch Ortiz.
Done. Okay, Ortiz.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
Was scheduled to do a walkthrough TRAS today. However, she is a single mother of 2 and due to financial hardship, she actually had to relocate to Mexico to be with her children.
no, this case is 220 days old. You tell me she's gone?
Well, Your Honor, she is on Zoom court and we're just asking the court give us a short recess so that she can make arrangements to come and appear in person in court so we can finish taking care of this. We do plan on scheduling a virtual TRAS,
No,
but
that's unacceptable. She's supposed to be here today. She's supposed to do a walkthrough TRAS today. It's 220 days old. And that's unacceptable. You can't just up and go to Mexico and just and forget about court.
yes, Your Honor.
So what I'll do is I'll set it for bond forfeiture for Friday. If she's not here, then I'm going to revoke her bond. It's unacceptable. It's 220 days old.
Yes, Your Honor. We hadn't been able to reach her after the last setting, so she was not aware that she had to do a walkthrough TRAS. We were only barely able to make contact with her again last week, so she didn't have any notice.
That's on her. And I mean, I get it that you're representing a client, but the case is super old. I'm not going to continue to play these games. So just however you can, let her know that I'm giving her the courtesy to Friday, well within our right to revoke it today. If she's not here Friday, I'm going to revoke the bond. That's it. All
Thank you.
right. Yes, ma'am.
Ready to-
Yes, please. Ms. Turner. Hey,
Yeah. I have 2, please.
hey, you ready? I'm ready.
Yes. Green and
Jordan Green, come up.
Lonnie Anderson.
Okay, we'll do them both. Good morning, Mr. Green. Good morning, Mr. Amazon. It's
Amison.
Amison. Okay, Mr. Amison, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. And Mr. Green, you're also charged with driving while intoxicated and interference with the emergency request for assistance. I'm assuming that one's going to get dismissed.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then for Mr. Anderson, his unlawful carrying will be dismissed as well.
What about the weapon? What are we doing with the weapon? Is it being forfeited? Okay. Guys, both of you are charged with multiple cases. It looks like you've worked out an agreement, whether you're pleading guilty to the DWIs, your other cases will go away. You need to understand that these cases will go on your record. They're going to be there for the rest of your life, even there after you die. This is important because when you get pulled over in the future, the first thing an officer does is they look at your record. If they see a prior DWI, they roll up to your window, they smell alcohol or dope, it's probably not going to go well for you. Do you understand? What we're doing today probably will never happen again because from now on, well, I know you're telling me that, but you are now facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into these agreements. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf. confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You guys give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, there's no turning back. You can never change this. It will go on your record. It will be there forever. You still want to do this, Mr. Green? How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty? Mr. Amison, I'm going to find you both guilty. Send you to 15 days in jail, credit for 5. Mr. Amison, I'm going to send you 3 days in jail, credit for the 1 day that you've done. I'm going to suspend both of your licenses for 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license. There is also a $3,000 surcharge that usually attaches to these types of cases. We all make mistakes, but the idea is that you don't continue to make mistakes where you endanger other people's lives. A second DWI, you're looking at a $6,000 surcharge, not to mention court costs. So get ready. You pick up another DWI, it's going to cost you big. Do you understand? Take an Uber, 1 click, $40 wherever you want to go. Good luck, gentlemen.
But I was actually, are we able to waive the fees?
Well, that's what I was telling them. I'm going to waive it now because it's a first time. But if you continue to be boneheaded and pick up another DWI, it's going to be about $6,500 you're going to be walking out of here. Do you understand? All right, guys, good luck.
One last thing, also the suspension, are we able to run it concurrent with their current suspension?
I don't know. Let me look, see how they've been on bond. If they've been good on bond, then we'll talk. But if they've been, I don't want to continue to reward.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So
understood.
let's talk. Let me then down the line.
I
and
have
then we'll
one
talk.
last one.
Okay, take a seat from you guys.
Gonzalez, just approaching her reset. It is a little old, but she is going to do this. Yeah, I will have everything submitted, by.
Which Gonzalez? Chris, okay, it's 193 days old. Is she, obviously there's an accident and it's above a 0.15. What is it, Alex?
So yes, it looks like we have no mitigation packet yet for this because of
I'm
the-
setting it 2 weeks. She's got to be here with packet in hand. If she doesn't have it done, then that's
It
it.
will be done before then.
Okay.
Thank you.
You got it.
Judge, you gonna run CC on those as well?
Yes. Okay, counsel, come on up. Hi.
Here, I'm Brian Varela on your docket this morning. Varela.
Jordan Green?
Tell me, what's up?
Last 2 times we were here, we were waiting on the state to get blood. There's a huge delay in getting the blood. They've gotten it back. It's 0.06. I chatted with prosecutor. They want time to eval the case.
Okay, I'll set it to Monday for you guys to eval. It's 200 days old.
Yes,
We're-
yes.
Every case that we're coming up here now, it's 200 days. It's unacceptable. So roll it to Monday. And then in the interim, if they don't want to, get your person ready for application and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
PTI, if you're interested in that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay,
Thank you, Judge.
you got it. It's Mr. Pulowski, right?
Yes.
So it'll still be waived for Monday. That way they don't just have to waste time coming here. But at that time, if they're saying it's still good for trial, you know, it's either, I guess if you want to apply for mitigation or apply for the PTI, it's going to be short because it's old, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Hi, sorry to keep you waiting.
I've got Mr. Diaz this morning, Transito. We're just approaching about a reset. We got some new discovery today and state's just asked for 1 evaluation setting before we set this for trial.
It's 180 days. It's going to be short. We'll give you 2 weeks.
Yes, Judge. We'll make sure
Eval, be ready for everything.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We're pretty sure that we're gonna be going for it. Would it be okay with Mr. Diaz's appearance, a short reset, so we can just go ahead and get it set?
Yeah, but so you'll be ready to set it for next time, right?
Yes.
Okay, for sure. Bottom of page 11. 2 weeks, state to eval. Next is clear trial. And then the one before that was. I don't remember. You're good, thanks. Hey, I'm going to court 10.
Okay.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Oh, Kendra, hey, I forgot about you.
Oh, sorry.
How are you?
How are you? Good. I'm here for Diana Lynn Hernandez. I just need a reset.
Did you say Hernandez?
Yes.
Okay. You just want to reset, right?
Yeah, I just need a reset.
Yeah. Give me a second. It's, talk to her, tell us. Go ahead. Top of page 23, just a reset.
On
Hernandez,
Hernandez.
Diana Hernandez. I always forget to ask that.
We're still waiting on videos, Your Honor.
Waiting on videos.
Okay, how's March 11th through the 13th?
March 11th to the 15th.
March 15th, please.
Who? What?
Thank you.
What day do you want?
March 15th is fine.
15th.
That's a Saturday.
Oh, my fault. That's a Saturday. How about the 4th?
11th through the 13th.
11th to the 13th.
Okay, 13th is fine.
I guess that's, we'll take the latest date on that one. Okay. Bye, Kendra.
Bye, thank you.
I will be raising. Yeah, you're right.
He's the one that says like, the electric work card and you have to write for monthly.
I didn't think that was real, though. I didn't saw like the rest of it.
When you start reading that, I was like.
I've never seen that ever. Like,
Oh, what's working in here at the time? I know I've told Martin about it.
did you hear about the mom vision library?
Yeah, you told me about that. Yeah.
So like, do they ask the children, like, has your mom been reading to you? Like-
No, she just does that. I can't remember the visiting judge's name, but she's very.
I would love to see a BBR on it.
Yeah, well, we told her though, like, it can't stay with our stuff.
Okay.
We're not supervising.
Okay. That's hilarious. Stop looking for it. In the face.
Oh, because she's the prior, but she doesn't understand. She did not understand Peter's. That's what she told me this morning. She's like, I don't know who that man was. And I was like, yeah, she speaks English. It's just kind of like, it was like a child.
Well, that's what we.
A month, I'm looking at my calendar.
Say what you wanted.
Do you know when his spring break is, by any chance?
No, Your Honor, I have to get back with you on that.
I believe, what school district is he in?
Once again, Your Honor, I am not sure.
Okay.
I think
Because
it's HISD.
I believe spring break is the week of March 17th. But I'm not sure though.
I'm sure he's going to be able to do this. His mother will do whatever she can to help him, drive him to his community service.
The reason I say that is because I can set you for Monday, March 17th.
Okay.
And
Your
then
Honor.
if he does everything he's supposed to do, just go ahead and submit that to the state before the next court date, and they can do a dismissal off docket.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
The 10th? Okay, so let's do this. It's HISD's on a 10th.
Okay.
The only reason I was said it just in case he needs to come to court.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so let's do 3/10. It's a Monday. But if he completes his 4 hours community service and the decision making before the 10th, submit it to the state and they can dismiss it off docket.
Your Honor, can we do the 12th instead?
Oh, sure, I don't mind the 12th, yeah.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right, you got it, 3/12.
He'll take care of it ASAP.
All right, is that all you
Thank
have?
you. That's all I have, sir.
All right, we'll see you next time, Ms. Garcia, take
Thank you,
care.
Your Honor.
Does he need to be here?
Let's put no for now. So, yeah, so March 12th on Velasquez, his appearance is waived though. Yeah, 4 hours community service and decision making. All right, let's see who's next. Okay. Angelica Gutierrez.
Yes, a lot of this. Please remove this.
All right, ma'am. Good morning. You are Angelica Gutierrez. All right, Ms. Gutierrez, you do not have a lawyer today, right?
Not today, but I have a meeting with her.
Okay. I just wanted to inform you of what you are being charged with. You are being charged with the offense of possession of a gambling device. That is a class A misdemeanor, which means that you can get up to 1 year in the county jail and up to a $4,000 fine. I see that this was an offense that was alleged to have occurred June 20th of last year, 2024. It looks like that there was a undercover operation being done by the Houston Police Department. It looks like they went over to a place called the Boone Smoke Shop Game Room on 8030 Boone Road in Houston. They went ahead and went inside. They said that they saw approximately 80 amusement redemption devices in the game room. And then they met with you, Angelica Gutierrez. They say that they noted that you were walking inside the game room attending to money transaction for people that were there. One of the officers decided to play one of the machines, 8-liners called Ultimate Fire Link. And then he inserted money. Let's see here.
I'm gonna wait until they're actually digging in on this piece. I don't know.
He was making $1 bets. Then he won on the machine an amount of $104.
We should be in.
Then he went to the counter and he was paid $150 in cash. So afterwards, they went and contacted the district attorney's office. They first went and got a search warrant for the location. And then they contacted the district attorney's office, and the district attorney's office accepted charges on December of 2024. And so there was a warrant issued for your arrest. Excuse me. I do see that you posted a bond. I have to believe you found out you had a warrant. Okay. All right. So here's what we're going to do this morning. The court's going to issue some conditions regarding your bond. Are you still working there? Okay. The court is going to order then Ms. Gutierrez and Ms. Macias. This is on page 10, Gutierrez. Ms. Gutierrez, the court's going to order while you're on bond, you'll be prohibited from possessing any firearms or any weapons. Okay? This condition of bond is going to remain until this case is over with. I'm going to ask you to sign this condition of bond. You'll be given a copy of this condition. If you violate this condition of bond, you're subject to having, the bond that you're currently on revoked, and you can be taken into custody. You're going to need an attorney to represent you on this case. So what we're going to do is we're going to reschedule your case to allow you time to hire an attorney. If you do hire a lawyer, just have that attorney contact this court before the next court date. You do not have to come to court as long as you have an attorney representing you. All right, Ms. Gutierrez, do you have any questions on anything that I mentioned to you, ma'am? All right, right behind you, the table, my pretrial officer, go with her, sign those conditions, and we'll reset your case. Thank you. Leah, page 10, Gutierrez, THA. Yes, ma'am, good morning. What you got this morning?
I'm here on CRP, sorry, that's an arraignment.
Oh, Tristan Crane?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I have it right here. All right, let me look at it real quick. All right, let's call him up. Christian Crane?
Give it to us, break. Give it to us.
Yes. Oh. I don't have any sense of smell.
Good morning. So you are Christian Crane? Mr. Crane, you're here with your attorney. I just wanted to inform you of what you're being charged with. You are being charged with the offense of driving while your license is invalid. That is a Class B misdemeanor, which means that you can get up to 6 months in the county jail and up to a $2,000 fine. I see that this was an offense that was alleged to have occurred December 28th of last year. It looks like you were arrested on this charge. You went to jail. You were released from jail. You came to court. And looks like we reset your case today, and now you have an attorney representing you. So, what we're gonna do this morning, sir, is we're just gonna reschedule your case to allow time for your attorney to gather all the evidence that she needs. On your next court date, sir, you do not have to come to court. You let your attorney take care of your case. She will let you know if and when it's necessary for you to return to court.
Yeah. It
All right.
looks like-
On anything that I mentioned to you. Is there any questions? All right, just have a seat, sir, and get with Ms. Leal. She'll give you a date. All right, thank you. You're welcome.
Or did I?
Let's see who's next.
Have some fellow. That is all I can say for this week. When you do.
Yes, ma'am.
That's important.
What's the last name?
For Grammys. When did you give us a gift thing? And I was like,
Oh, Stoker, yeah, Stoker. I got it. Thank you. Oh, he's got 3 cases. Thank you.
She's so cute. I know. She's literally like Tinkerbell or Docket, all the tiny little ones.
Apparently Chapel was being held. Blind eye.
She was being very full.
She was being.
Jazz. Yeah. She also said like she has like you can tell. I'm using something more what I was
Okay, looks like that's all for now, Mr. Roberts. I'm just waiting for some lawyers.
Thank you,
So you may have a seat. Yes, sir.
He might be online.
Doesn't necessarily need, other than like, I mean, I think she was really very. But. Yeah. Pounds of meat on that? I didn't know I had a vacation holiday. Yeah, I don't know how good it was. Very short. It's a short. You just, I was trying to explain to her how's it came. She's like a straight drive. Not straight, but like, with a female drive. Yeah.
Which I can.
This Thursday. It's just getting late.
This Thursday.
I'm warm. Yeah.
Oh, yes, sir, Mr. Sini, need approach?
Yes, sir. I have a plea for Miss.
Oh. Okay, I don't have that up yet. Okay.
No, because she used to have like a sheen like of white, right?
Yeah.
This one is like the white. I should think so. She's also like fit, like body is teen.
Looking at the right time.
No, yesterday I was telling her, I was like standing up and I was like, Astrid, I'm sitting down all day and Keegan walks by, she's like, you're Astrid? And I was like, God damn it. I'm just gonna kill myself now.
It is why at home I have a standing desk. And I have a walking pad. Usually I don't use a walking pad.
All right, give you just a second here.
He was talking trash about the walking pad. He's like, you just look fucking stupid. I love a walking pad. And I was like, I want one. I have a little stepper. That's pretty much it.
You get the cast action.
If I stick it, start hurting.
This is on Mr. Stoker.
Yes, Your Honor.
He's got 3 cases.
Me too. That's when my knee started.
Like it
He pleaded on the guy and the others are being dismissed.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's why. And he like. I went home and I'm like, shit.
All right, sir, you are, is it Ivan? Just Ivan Stoker? Okay. Mr. Stoker, you are charged with 3 offenses. You're charged with the offense of evading arrest or detention. You're charged with the offense of driving while intoxicated, and you're charged with the offense of unlawfully carrying a weapon. The state is dismissing your evading arrest case and your unlawfully carrying a weapons case. And we're going to resolve your driving while intoxicated case. So, Mr. Stoker, you're charged with the offense of driving while intoxicated. That's a Class B misdemeanor, which means that you can get up to 6 months in the county jail and up to $2,000 fine. You signed some documents this morning. One of the documents that you signed is entitled Misdemeanor Plea of Guilty. That document, sir, says that you have certain constitutional rights. That document says that you have a right to have a jury trial, a right to confront any witnesses that may testify against you at that trial, and a right for your attorney to cross-examine those witnesses. However, when you sign that document, sir, you give up all of those rights. Do you understand, sir? Now, Mr. Stoker, I do have to advise you that under federal law, if you're not a U.S. citizen, a plea of guilty could result in your deportation, denial of naturalization, or admissions to this country. You also signed 2 other sets of documents. One of them says that after today, you do not have a right to appeal your case. Your case ends today. And the other document that you signed, sir, says after today, there's not going to be any more work or investigations done by your attorney or the attorneys for the state. Your case is final today. Do you understand, sir? Now, Mr. Stoker, did you sign all of these documents freely and voluntarily? Has anyone forced you to sign any of these documents? And has your attorney answered all your questions you have regarding all 3 of your cases? Mr. Stoker, to the offense of driving while intoxicated, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty? Are you pleading guilty because you are? Mr. Stoker, on your plea guilty, the court finds you guilty of the offense of driving while intoxicated, assesses your punishment as per the plea agreement at 75 days in the county jail. You will be given credit for 29 days that you've already served. That's time served, no more jail time. Any court costs that you might owe to the county, I'm going to run it concurrent with your time, which means that you will not have to pay any money to the county. And as a result of this conviction, there will be a suspension of your driver's license for a period of 90 days. All right, sir, do you have any questions on anything that I mentioned to you, sir? Ms. Mifrad, any questions?
No, Your Honor. Thank
All right, sir, you're welcome. You would step right here to my left and good luck to you.
There are one more case.
Yes, ma'am.
I have Mr. Holt.
Holt
Yes.
with an H, right?
With an H, yes.
Oh, yes. What's happening, Mr. Holt?
All right, he's 65, 66 years old. I talked to Mark Goldberg, the environmental crime DA, that he was not eligible for clean and green, so he changed the offer last night or this morning, if I remember correctly. I need to relay that new offer to my client. If I can't get it for preset.
Sure. He's not here though, right?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Just get with Ms. Leal. Just tell her how much time you need. I don't remember sitting, but he has to be here next time. All right, you got
Thank you,
it.
Judge.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Sims. So you got a plea, right?
Yes, sir. I haven't had it. It's a long day. Yes, sir.
Give me 1 second here. This is Wendy Hernandez. All right, let's bring her up. Wendy Hernandez?
Yeah. No, you don't want to pretend.
All right, good morning, ma'am. You are Wendy Hernandez?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Hernandez, you're here with your attorney. You're being charged with the offense of theft. That is a Class B misdemeanor, which means that you can get up to 6 months in the county jail and up to $2,000 fine. You signed some documents this morning. One of the documents that you signed is entitled Misdemeanor Plea of Guilty. That document, ma'am, says that you have certain constitutional rights. That document says that you have a right to have a jury trial, a right to confront any witnesses that may testify against you at that trial, and a right for your attorney to cross-examine those witnesses. However, when you sign that document, ma'am, you give up all of those rights. Do you understand? Now, Ms. Hernandez, I do have to advise you that under federal law, if you're not a U.S. citizen, a plea of guilty could result in your deportation, denial of naturalization, or admissions to this country. You also signed 2 other sets of documents. One of them says that after today, you do not have a right to appeal your case. Your case ends today. And the other document that you signed says after today, there's not going to be any more work or investigations made by your attorney or the attorneys for the state. Your case ends today. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Hernandez, did you sign all of these documents freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you to sign any of these documents? And has your attorney, Mr. Sims, answered all of your questions that you have regarding your case?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Hernandez, to the offense of theft, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty? Are you pleading guilty because you are?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Hernandez, on you plead guilty, the court finds you guilty of the offense of theft, assesses your punishment as per the plea agreement at 6 days in the county jail. You will be given credit for 2 days that you've already served. That's time served, no more jail time. Any court costs that you might owe, I'm going to run it concurrent with your time, which means that you will not have to pay any money to the county. All right, Ms. Hernandez, do you have any questions on anything that I mentioned to you, ma'am?
No.
Mr. Sims, any questions?
No, sir. I just wanted to point out that my client is in the citizenship process, or the citizenship process.
Okay.
We did speak about that, and I just wanted to let you know.
Okay, I appreciate that. Now, Ms. Hernandez, I do have to let you know something, okay? I noticed on your case, this is the 3rd time that you've been arrested for the offense of theft. The first 2 times I see that you were given a probation. And it looks like you successfully completed that probation. And from what I can tell, you do not have a conviction on those previous 2 cases. However, this time you do have a conviction. And this conviction may affect you applying and becoming a U.S. citizen. Are you aware? And you are, do you understand that, right? It doesn't mean that they will not accept it, but it could. And so I would be just very careful, okay? All right. Anything else, Mr. Sims?
No, sir.
All right, if you wouldn't mind, just step right to my left, and good luck to you. All right, thank you.
She asked me to cover
Yes, sir.
next week. I'm over there working and then she walks in, I'm like. Ay, ay, ay. Hi, Frank. Ready? What's going on with you?
David Torres, discovery's complete, full, I think, 100. Like to require his appearance for next setting, for adult.
Yeah, okay. You got an offer?
Yeah, I got a new one today too.
Okay, I set you for next, or what, you know, up to 2 weeks, whatever you want.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Okay. Trey,
Good morning, Judge.
hi, good morning.
Here on a fugitive case, Mr. Kimball. Mr. Kimball wanted to talk to you about bond.
I'm happy to talk to him. Do you mind, please?
I don't have an answer on the, but yeah, I'll look at that just, but, what about Okay.
How are you, man?
I had Julian's office.
That's something.
We're gonna have a.
Okay.
So this, we get this.
Oh, okay.
Good morning, Mr. Kimball.
How you doing?
Pretty good. So I've never met you before. I don't know who you are. All I know is that your lawyer is asking me to, I'm assuming, set him a bond, right? You know, you're wanted from somewhere. I don't know for what. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm going to set you bond. I got to get to know you in the short time that I have you here to see, are you a danger to my community? If we give you a bond, are you going to go back? I have no idea. So let's get to know him. Amy?
Judge, so he's wanted from Guadalupe County, New Mexico, aggravated battery against a household member with a deadly weapon. As the court knows, he's also being held in the 351st for credit and debit card abuse.
No, I had no idea. Say it.
And I believe they also just filed a motion to revoke his probation on the fraud use.
He's on probation too.
Yes, and they're motioning to revoke as well. He also has 2 bond forfeitures that I'm seeing, and then he has quite a bit of history with burglaries and.
My gosh. Whoa. So since 2007, possession of marijuana, possession of a controlled substance, evading arrest, possession of a controlled substance, felon in possession of a weapon, attempted evading arrest or detention, tampering or fabricating evidence, evading arrest and previous conviction, burglary of a building, possession of a controlled substance, burglary of motor vehicle, evading arrest, credit card abuse, burglary of a motor vehicle, evading credit card abuse, possession with intent to deliver. And 1, 2, 3, 4 more burglary of a motor vehicles, failure to ID, possession of a dangerous drug. You're on probation for a fraud. You pick up a new credit card abuse, and you want me to set you a bond?
Can I please tell you something? If you don't mind me speaking.
Don't talk about the case.
I'm not talking about no case.
Okay.
I was in here, been held on, the case for defendant violence in New Mexico, right? And they just got called ATW twice. They did not release me. I was not released. They sent me back to my cell. And since they didn't release me, they ended up putting a credit card abuse on me. Now, I don't know, where that falls in or whatever, they just put it on me.
So if I can give you a brief synopsis of the timeline, Judge?
Sure.
So January 15th, he waived extradition for his New Mexico case, which is why we have a fugitive. He also had a Dallas County hold at the same time, which means the Dallas.
Here's another.
True, but Dallas County had 10 days to pick him up. So they did not pick him up in those 10 days. So let's say January.
I know that. I get it.
Let's just say, okay, so they didn't release the whole, they should have released the whole 25th. They didn't. What they did is instead, 3 days later.
Talking the Dallas County hold.
Dallas County hold. So what should have happened is that on the 25th, they released the Dallas County hold, which at that moment, there was no locals or anything pending, and they should have started the timeline for New Mexico to come pick him up. But instead, Dallas did not release the hold until I believe the 29th, because conveniently, on the 28th, the DA's office filed 2B charges on a credit card abuse from a case that they had had since November. So
December. I see here, December 22nd, 2024.
I'm sorry, from December, you're right. So it just seemed like the timeline expired. And I believe Mr. Kimball's just really upset because if it should have worked like it should have worked, then, why didn't they release the hold in time? Why didn't the DA's office file it? It just seems like they're sort of dragging it along. I understand that he does not have a bond on his felony cases, and they did file the MRP. He has an attorney there who is going to be requesting to set a bond there. What Mr. Kimball is asking is a bond here, even though, and I said, he's gonna be making the bond there in felony. So let's say his bonds get set in felony and his bond gets set here. He wants to bond out and go to New Mexico, address that case, and then he said he'll be back and forth. He's already got the MRP and the felony credit abuse case here. But he wants to be able to fight them in the free world, and he is willing to go to New Mexico, turn himself in. I've been in contact with his mother. And I guess just because of that lapse in timeline, it's kind of like why we're here, because, in part, if you have anything else to add, I think he just feels kind of screwed by the system on this. Is there anything else, Mr. Kimball, that I missed?
Nah, did she send the video to your phone? Oh, all right.
In 2023 alone, Mr. Kimball, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In one of the misdemeanor cases, you have presumably a bond at 5,010, which tells me that you've taken off on that case as well. You're on probation. You had a hold out of Dallas for, what did he have a hold out of Dallas for?
Violation.
Out of Dallas?
You're hopscotching with the states with the criminality,
No,
man.
I got
can't.
them. Look, I had all the cases together and they gave me probation in Houston and Dallas. See, that's what you don't know. They dismissed a bunch of them cases has been dismissed. And I've been to trial twice. A bunch of them cases has been expunged on that record right there that you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But they gave me probation in Dallas and Houston. Dallas supposed to transfer my probation to Houston. They did not transfer my probation to Houston. That's how I get a violation in Dallas. I never violated by kissing any new case. The only time I caught a case is when for the New Mexico, say something happened in a family violence 2024. I never even been to New Mexico. The girl wrote a statement on me saying that I violated whatever. I understand. I know I don't supposed to tell you nothing, but I got videos. She's saying everything that she said is a lie. I don't even supposed to be having a case for I wasn't even supposed to come to jail for that case. She has the videos in her phone. She can show you. She's showing her ID, everything, made a whole statement saying that everything that she said to me in New Mexico is a lie, bro. I'm just dry getting hold for this case.
We really.
I understand it.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, sir. I understand it.
It seems to me.
Yes, sir.
You get out, you pick up a new case. You're out, you just picked up a new credit card abuse 2 weeks ago. December 22nd, I mean, maybe 3 weeks ago, you just picked up another case. You're on probation in Houston. You're on probation in Dallas.
Yes, sir.
You got an open case in New Mexico.
Yes, sir.
I can't possibly give you a bond, Mr. Kimball. I think that I need to protect my community. And if I give you a bond, I'm scared that something else is going to happen. I don't want you to pick up a 6th or 7th case,
I ain't pick up a case. I came to jail for a case a year ago for New Mexico. I was already on probation.
Picked up.
No, they just put a case on me while I was in custody. I didn't never get caught for anything. They just put a case on me while I've been in custody right now. This time, waiting on New Mexico and Dallas to come get me. They just put this case on me. They just put this on me.
I want to make sure that there are no more new cases get on you anymore. I'm not going to give you a bond because, Mr. Kimball, you scare me. You do.
I never had an aggravated case. I never had an aggravated case in my life. You see my record. I never had an aggravated case.
I don't see, the only thing I see is
Harris. Everything you're just saying. I never had an aggravated case out of Harris County, Dallas, anywhere in Texas. Ever.
I believe you, but it's just way too much baggage, dude. Way too much.
But I'm saying you can't just set a bond on the case. And when I go to court, you know what I'm saying? I talk to my other judge. She give me a bond on them cases or whatever, where I can go handle everything that I need to handle so I can get out and be with my kids. You know what I'm saying? Because if I don't, so say if they do set the bond when I go to court, because he's going to give me a court date in like a week or two. I'm going to go to court. They're going to set a bond for me. So they set a bond. Now I got to come back to your courtroom again for you to say, oh, well, I'm not going to give you a bond or whatever. They got 14 days to come get me. When actually I really supposed to already been gone to either Dallas or New Mexico because they called me ATW twice and they said they was not going to come get me. And we called to New Mexico. New Mexico said they didn't have any knowledge of me even being in jail on their warrant.
Is New Mexico, have they stated that they're going to come get him?
Our indication at this time is that they want him, Judge.
Okay, they're going to come get you. The problem is that 14 days is told because you've not made bond on those cases upstairs. Once you do make bond at that point, that will get the 14 days for New Mexico to come get you. But Mr. Kimball, you've got a ton of priors. You're on probation in two different counties. You got to, okay, regardless, it's too much baggage. I'm not going to give you a bond. You scare me, dude. That's it. Really. You know, sometimes the bill comes due. Now is that time. It's not going to happen anymore. Okay, thanks. Hey, ready? Hi.
We're approaching on an off docket case that's set for tomorrow. I can give you the cause number.
Sure. Okay.
It's 235-4722.
Jackson?
Aiden Corral.
Okay.
He has two older cases and one new one. There are immigration issues, so offers have been made. I need to meet with him to discuss them and also have them reviewed by an immigration attorney. So I just need a few more days to get all that done.
How long do you want?
Just 4 days.
You can have 4 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yep, I'm ready to go.
So Mr. Badone, he is right here in the box.
Last name?
Badone, B-A-D-O-N.
Okay.
What?
It's
I just got it today. I know it's dreadfully old. If he fixes the registration and has a driver's license, they'll dismiss it. So we just need time for that.
Yeah, I get it. 800 days old to try to get a license in this case.
No, I think he has a license. Do you want to talk to him?
Does not have a license. We looked him up. Right. So that's going to be probably a very long and arduous process for him to get his license. Can you run his record, please, Alex? When is the last time he even had a driver's license? Has it been over 2 years?
I'll run it, Your Honor.
Please. The problem is that if he hasn't had a license for 2 years or it's been expired for over 2 years, he's going to have to test on everything, you know, and I'm not prepared to sit here and wait for months for this to happen for him.
I just wanted this 30-day reset. We can't do it. We can't do it. I mean, I just got hired today.
I'm going to give you time, obviously, but.
Looks like the expiration date was August 6th, 2023. So.
It was not super old.
So.
If you represent me, can fix that. So I just want to get him 30 days to try to do that.
Mr. Badon, come up. Hey, I will give you the 30 days, but I'm putting an ankle monitor on him. It's too old and he's taken off too many times.
Oh, okay.
So I'm putting an ankle monitor on you and I'm telling you, you take off on me again, I'm going to make the bond so high. It's no more PR bonds for you. Do you understand me? You have 30 days to figure this case out. You're out of time. So if I were you, I would get on it today. Don't wait a week before you have to come to court to start working everything up. Do you understand? So 30-day, next time he must appear, it's plea or trial. Can you put an offer on the case, please?
Yes, Jeff.
Yeah, can you give him a G?
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, so he can't leave yet. He needs to sign with pretrial. So just GPS waive fee, please. No driving.
No driving. All for the restitution. Yes. Judge, for this one, did you want me to do, maybe not the land release, but judgment on suppression for future reference, but on?
I didn't put it on, just because I'm giving them 30 days to resolve everything, so that's it. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Using what's supposed to be. So hectic. Yeah, I'm not even sure.
So there are two separate. My problem is, he's got some of them actually, it was with 5 right? 125, I'm sorry, 13. Second UWI is in 5 years. Right? Yeah, this is 2019, 2024.
Right.
So second, in 5 years. I can't repeat, I don't, it's not just perfect.
Marco, you ready?
Oh, we're still going to interpret, Judge. I'm just hanging out here for the study.
Yeah. No. Forget it, probation. Forget it. I must be probation. I really don't have. Oh, you remember that, that's all, I didn't start, just like 30 days, just. Original offer.
So.
Okay, put it down and then drop it down.
No, swearing, but I just need something for the judgment.
Oh. Thank you. Mr. Harrison? The fleet. You said the fleet.
I see. Here's what I want to go. And I'll just turn it down. So for instance, we're looking to the future here, when he's committed that into his man's life. Okay. They're gonna look at the county and they're gonna see 3 days. On a UWI, they picked up one, yeah, this other day for run. I don't know on that. But if I can say, I love that. I'm keep that. People out of state probation, that's jail there.
Okay, looks like we have all the pieces in place, Judge.
Hello?
You ready?
Yes, Judge. So this is going to be on Juarez. I need to give you his case number because he's actually set Friday.
I got it.
Oh, you have it already? Oh, yeah, of course. One second.
What's the number?
It is 2502-034.
Thank you.
Let's go to lunch one. Ya trata de decir todo. Sí, señor, no, señor juez.
Y conteste a voz alta, por favor.
Yeah, you gotta abandon it, right? Right, okay. You are Guillermo Juarez.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So Juarez, you're charged with assault of a family member. Shh. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail, credit for the 1 day that you've done. You need to understand several important things. By pleading guilty to this offense, which is what you're doing today, there is an affirmative finding of family violence. What that means is that if you ever pick up another case like this again, you will be facing a third-degree felony, a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. If this doesn't have to be a drag-down brawl where you punch someone, kick someone, knock them out, all you need to do is literally grab someone's arm and squeeze enough to where it hurts. And you can be looking at up to 10 years in prison. Do you understand? You can never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this plea bargain agreement as well. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are immigration issues. You can either be deported, excluded from the country, or denied naturalization under federal law. You were lucky to get out of jail if you're not in this country with permission. You go back again, it may be very well the last time you were out of custody, get out here in Harris County. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, sentence you to it. Please see the clerk.
Thank you, Judge.
Judge, you were finding this permanent finding?
Yes. Yes.
They didn't include it in the plea.
There is an affirmative finding of family violence. I will write it in.
Yeah, we'll do.
Hi. Yes.
And now approaching on the Lotta case, L-A-R.
Okay.
Mr. Lotta.
Okay.
It's an old case. We wanted to see about getting a trial date. Kind of a little bit of background. He's got a felony case that's pending. He's done a TRAS on. They are set for another setting on February the 19th. The thought would be if we could also set something where we come in.
Like a pre-trial date for the 20th?
Yes. But also get a trial date set in now. That way we know when we've got dates in place. But
Are you really intending to go to trial, or are you waiting to try to see if this thing gets dismissed from upstairs?
If he's already done a TRAS, it sounds like they're trying to work towards some resolution upstairs, and that resolution may resolve this case. And if it does,
Do we know what the felony court is doing?
No, Judge, we know that there's a motion to adjudicate that's been filed, and then we just know that their next court date is on the 19th.
and one of the listed bases for adjudication is this case.
Sure, of course. When is the TRAS set?
The 19th. Well, he's already done that, I believe.
He's already done the TRAS.
Completed the TRAS. Now, I think the setting on the 19th is to see what are we doing now?
What, do you have a copy of the TRAS? Do you know?
No, it's in the stuff.
The recommended SAC.
That's what they recommended, Saturday? That's what they're recommending. So I don't know if he's aware of that, but
Well, his lawyer there is gonna have to advise.
right, yeah, but I mean, if we set it for trial, it's gonna be 30 days from today. It's gonna be like mid-March.
Matt, get some dates with you or with?
Yeah, but I mean, are we really gonna go to trial? I don't want to put it on the trial docket if we're not gonna just.
Well, then if you're amenable to just us setting the date on the 20th, waive his appearance because he doesn't want to miss work 2 days in a row. Or let him come on the 19th after felony court so we can visit and see what the resolution is.
How did this case get this old?
Well, this is an issue where he got arrested in Florida, spent quite a bit of time in Florida before being brought back on this open warrant, before being brought back here. So he's got probably 150 days worth of credit with that.
See that?
They don't see that. That's something I'm having to work.
Call Fugitive warrants and they'll be able to tell you.
Yes.
That can give you guidance as to. I guess set it for the 19th. Let's set it for the same day.
Yes.
That's required. And
Okay, so he can come down after felony court. Okay, That's correct, and we'll go from there.
But at some point, he's gonna have to take it upstairs, right? We can't just continue to reset,
No,
so,
We'll set a trial date on the 19th if this is not resolved in federal court.
okay. Okay.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you. Yes, I'll need to talk to that division.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Yeah. They don't write it down.
Why is that surprising? I'm not
mean they're awesome. And also mean they're like awesome. Oh, Miss Lauren, can you do papers? The system's down for the e-file. It'll be in the minute.
Can I forward it to you to print? What's your last name? Okay.
So time can these are low permission. It shouldn't be our favorite. One of the things like this is, and the more you do is you capture it. Thank you. This charge.
Is it not dead?
He's stuck.
And for me, that goes insane. Alex, we have a problem.
We have a problem. There's not a lot of names. They're right here. So we did was, we did we're gonna do information and but we can't do that with like defining, you have time. If y'all can repost for that, then we can just do it in very sort out. And then, do that or after place order now, like someone have to write all that in. Which is like a lot. I've seen you. It's just a different side of Wow. You want to hear this? Yeah, this is. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is last year. I think it was 3 years.
I know.
I came up with some things to you. What's wrong?
They took it from me down.
It's just like this one year. Yeah. Yes. So usually take it out something else. Maybe you can show you like that, maybe preview it.
And we're gonna take out
Joe, you're good.
We're gonna take out the insurance and we'll just have interlock is over. And don't think about it over if he needs.
Yeah, on the other side.
And so the full set.
Okay, you probably.
Okay, so silver.
That's not 2 5 silver.
These.
They shoot a 0.
Yeah. So just get your stats.
In a file, just the first. We need to have the find that just gonna find it. I just go to the case check.
What division at the DA's office are you running now? Oh, God.
She's not checking everything except this mirror page.
Well, extra great hair for me.
But it's never felt time. There's always something new, just when you think you've seen everything.
The person who I was included in pictures, he was talking, smile, even like. I have a line for them, and she's not fascinating, other people.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the appearance of positive energy that has gotten me in trouble all my life.
I want to remember to keep my eyes, like, okay, that's not.
Yes. We would call. Yes, exactly.
Oh, you're rid of it, rubber. We've got a lot. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so we'll have the role of the figures. I was for this very training. What about Friday? I hope there's still not Friday. Because the limits.
First page.
In the passenger car.
You got it. Yes. The first thing.
Oh, yeah, that's true. This is what. The witness, you follows the- Dodge. They smell alcohol.
Yeah.
Just 4 or 5 hours. It is so.
That's what they're doing.
Actually, I think she's in charge of it, but I think it's her, so she can talk.
Hi,
Good morning,
Ben.
Your Honor.
Two main.
I wish it was always under better circumstances. Shh, you know,
I had an opportunity, I'm here on Mr. Caleb Jones, judge, took a look at the bond violation report here.
I haven't even seen it. All I know is that we have another bond violation.
Well, I've had a chance to discuss it and help break it down, and make it as digestible as possible, Judge. Essentially, we have some minor GPS violations, a 20-minute exit during curfew about 10 o'clock, and 2 late arrivals, 10:06. And 1 positive BAC.
There were.
Come up, Mr. Jones.
Multiple violations. They're on the report that was sent
I looked at
for the first, second, and third.
Yes, Judge, and those reports being referenced there were follow-up lows that showed a declining level on those, unless I'm mistaken.
They go down and then they go up again on the.
Doesn't matter. It's no tolerance. We've been through this over and over and over. At what point do you get it, Mr. Jones? This is, how many bond violations do we have here now?
I believe this will be the third.
No.
Last time, I believe, Judge. That's why I said 7502.
Because I was generous with the 2 portion, but it's not just 2, Ben. We've had probably 5 or 6 bond violations. All I know is that you are testing positive. You're in violation of your curfew again. What am I supposed to do? Just continue to let you go?
No, I understand that, Your Honor, but I don't know what I can say about the breathalyzer, sir, because I don't drink. I don't drink at all. I don't know why that the thing was doing that. I had to go back to the Smart Start place the next day, and because they have those little tubes that stick out of it.
I don't.
But I don't know. I mean, if you look at the test, you can see that I haven't failed any of my other breathalyzers, and even some of the breathalyzers will say like 1 minute it's failed, and the next minute it's like lower and then higher, and I don't know. But all I
Have a
know.
confirmation of alcohol, Felicia?
From the portable device records, yes, they were provided to everybody in the email.
Judge, I'd have an opportunity to look at those, just to clarify, in regards to that, there are other instances where we do have BAC readings, Judge, and there are follow-up blows that
Those were
show.
not confirmed as alcohol consumption.
And they will say, not confirmed. But we have some that are confirmed. He's blowing on his, or he's not in.
There was not a follow-up test on this positive, Judge.
No, I'm revoking your bond, Mr. Jones. It can't continue. No, goes with you.
I don't know what I can tell you, Your Honor. I'm not drinking or doing anything. Like,
I have evidence that shows me otherwise. And it's over and it's over and it's over and it's over.
Can't we
This
put
is
me
a
on, like,
4th, 5th violation that we have, Mr. Jones.
why can't we put me on like the ankle monitor drug thing or something like that so I could prove to you that I'm not.
We had that.
I
We
never
took
had
it
that.
off.
No, I was never on that, Your Honor. I was.
Judge, if the court would consider
No.
additional conditions, Judge.
I have done everything in my power not to put him into custody. I have let him go over and over and over every time. And I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Something is going in your body that's causing it to test positive for alcohol. He goes with you. That's it. I told you last time, it's no tolerance. You're blowing your GPS, the curfew anyways. Goes with you.
Judge, if I may follow up on instead of move on from Mr. Jones. And also, speaking with Mr. Nayland on the case, again, I'm covering for him. My understanding was we were hoping to have a trial setting for this
Let's
particular case.
set it for trial now. It's just way too much drama for me. I'm done with it. I'm ready to put this thing to bed and that's it. So I'll give you a trial date today. I'm setting the bond at, it's 7502 now. No, it's gonna go more than that. 12,503.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So
Sorry.
Judge, March 11th for a trial date?
What's the soonest you want, Ben?
Or the 18th?
Give me one moment. I do have his calendar here, so I can at least see if there's any immediate conflicts. Judge, if we could do the 18th, that'd be great.
Anything you want, Ben, I'm happy to give it to you. Really. I just, let's get this thing done. You know, once and, yeah, I'm with you. Okay, but
Thank you.
you ready?
I'm here on Francisco.
Okay. Is mom here today?
Mom could not make it today, I've spoken with my client, Your Honor, about the second violation, and he was.
It's not a second violation. This is third or fourth. You know, his first was like, he picked up the new case. Right. Come up. You are obviously not taking this seriously. You continue to break your curfew. Tell me.
So my client graduated from high school. While he was in school, he was working on the weekends at a tire shop. But since we have a PTI office of restitution and community service, he wasn't making at the tire shop. So now he's working with his mom and her cleaning business. She cleans residential and commercial properties. And he's also working with his mom's boyfriend doing construction. And so last week, Thursday, they were out cleaning and he got in 20 minutes after his curfew.
How do I know that he's actually working? I mean, am I supposed to take his word for it?
Well, Your Honor, I just say mom couldn't make it today, but she does have a cleaning business, and that's why he was late last week, Thursday. He will have his community service completed tomorrow, and he says he will have money for the restitution by Friday.
On the 18th, he got home nearly 11 o'clock at night.
That was right, and that's why mom was here yesterday. That day was the King Señor. He had ordered, my client had ordered an Uber driver. He sent me a screenshot of the Uber canceling his ride at 8:40 so that he would be home on time.
Show me.
Okay.
Show me.
I will, I give.
What is the offer in this case, Alex?
Let me see, Your Honor. For this case, it is $1,000 restitution plus 30 hours community service, and we'll dismiss.
Bless you. How much of the community service is done?
24 hours. He says he'll have the rest of it finished tomorrow.
Okay,
And he says he'll have the money by Friday.
okay. Let's do this. I'll set it for Monday. Then. If you are ever late again, I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand? I don't care what you're doing. You're not supposed to be at a party anyways. You're supposed to be behaving yourself. You're supposed to get home at a certain time. You're not to pick up any new cases. You're not supposed to use any kind of drugs or alcohol. Do you understand? The next time you're late, I don't care what your excuse is. You will stay with me. Your bonds are at 10,000 and something now. They're going to double, if not triple, next time. Do you understand me? Okay, we'll see you Monday. Shreya.
I'm here on Xavier Hunter.
Okay.
Just a heads up, Judge, he did go get drug tested today and returned up clean.
Wonderful.
So can I waive his appearance for the next setting?
Is he here?
He is here. He's here with his parents. He's a high school student.
Can you bring him up, please? Are his mom and dad here? Or are they
They
not?
are. They stepped out. Are mom and dad outside? Oh, there they are, I'm sorry.
Come on up. Thanks for coming. Mom and dad,
Yes. Yes,
how's
sir.
how's it going?
Better, a lot better.
Is he behaving himself?
Yes, sir.
Great. That's what we want. We want you to strive. I don't want you to become just another statistic. I want you to become the best person that you can be. And it starts right here. Knowledge is power. When you have knowledge and when you know things, you go real far in life. If you want money, it always starts right here. It doesn't start right here. It's right here as well. If you have the heart, you have the knowledge, you can do anything in this life. It's already hard enough being a young Black man in society as it is now, today. Don't make it any harder. With you picking up these criminal cases, that's all you do. You make life even more difficult than it is. Do you understand? Get an education. Don't pick up any new cases and don't smoke any weed. Do you understand? Okay. I'll weigh the appearance. Just make me proud. That's all I'm asking you to do. Okay. You guys have any issues, come back, talk to us, and we'll try to straighten anything out. Okay? All right, guys. Take care. Carson.
Adam Gonzalez, driving my license invalid.
Yeah, we've literally been resetting this thing since October for restitution. He doesn't have it done.
Restitution, Judge.
I'm sorry, registration.
And that's been registered. The issue were the traffic tickets, the 4 outstanding traffic tickets to get the license valid. There, I think that's there.
Is Mr. Gonzalez here?
No, so I've been on this case since the 24th of October, and I negotiated the PTI. He has been diligently working with the traffic ticket lawyer. He's gotten 3 of the 4 tickets removed. The last one's a speeding ticket out of Brazoria County that is set for March 26th. I provided Kelsey it's a driving while license invalid. I mean, I don't know what to say. He had a lot of outstanding.
I mean, is this a new case? When did he just get this?
July is when it was filed. I've been on it since October.
No. The new case out of Brazoria County, is that
They're all old traffic tickets. That's why the license was invalid. I just wanted the court to know I provided registration to Kelsey this morning. The car's been registered. The 3 of the 4 traffic tickets have been handled. He showed me the certified letter setting the traffic ticket case for a hearing or something on March 26th. It should be done after that date. That's my point.
What's happening at that hearing?
I pay fine. I mean, I don't handle traffic tickets, and I certainly don't handle them in Brazoria County. But I'm assuming that.
I mean, if he just goes there and pays a fine, that's going to be like plea or guilty. Then they're going to suspend his license again. You know what I mean? So.
Also, he would probably his traffic ticket. If I was handling the traffic ticket, I would recommend doing a deferred adjudication. So.
Adam Gonzalez, come up.
Please.
I hope that he has a lawyer out there.
Sorry.
I hope that he has a lawyer out there.
He said he does.
Do you have a lawyer for did you say Brazoria County? Do you have a lawyer?
You have a lawyer.
Okay. Your case is 200 days old. I'm done playing games. I'm not going to just continue to reset in hopes that it gets done. So what we'll do now is you're saying what is the day that it's supposed to be taken care of? Okay. I'm going to set your case for trial today for probably a week out after that thing is done over there. If you do what you're supposed to do and that case gets taken care of, that will take care of this case as well, right, Carson?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you don't do anything on that case and that case still lives and has to get reset again, I'm putting you to trial here. I'm not going to continue to reset this thing. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So you said March 29th, right?
26th, Judge.
That is a Wednesday. So I'm going to set your case for trial for April 1st. That is the following Tuesday. If you've got everything done, then this case should be dismissed before that point. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thanks, Judge.
All right, guys.
What day was that?
April 1st, jury trial. Counsel, ready? Hey, how are you?
Doing well yourself, sir.
It's new.
Your Honor, I'm here on Mr. Javion Godfrey.
Okay. Tell me, what's the word?
Your Honor, Mr. Godfrey is not here.
Why did we make his appearance?
What?
Why did we?
You wanted him to get drug tested and you wanted to see the results of his drug
Got it.
test.
Okay.
You also wanted to have to verify that he enrolled in school. Your Honor, what I can tell you is that Mr. Godfrey has called me no less than 4 to 5 times per week.
And he's still not here?
He's not here. He couldn't get a ride, Your Honor.
So look, I'm willing to give you another day, SFBF within a week.
Your Honor?
I'll SFBF for next, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. If he fails to appear again, his bond will be revoked. I don't care what his excuse is.
Yes,
Let him
sir.
know. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You got it.
Am I excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Goins.
Any challenge? We have motion to withdraw, but his
Well, I don't know. It depends on how old it is. What's the last name?
appearance was waived also.
Okay, so that's definitely not going to happen then.
For law enforcement.
So if you want to withdraw, you got to do it before 150 days. This case is 150 days old when it's time to make a decision on what to do. So what we'll do is SFBF 1 week. He's got to be here in a week.
Okay.
And let him know that we're not happy unless you guys are happy. All right? If he fails to appear at the next setting 1 week from today,
Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you, Mr. Quinn.
Okay.
Okay. Is this on your BVR, Marcos?
Yes, it is.
Okay. What was the last name?
Martinez. Martinez.
Martina?
We're waiting on a refile for the paperwork and overtrain. On the conditions.
Just said recommend.
Well, it's on there. That is this with the.
Okay. Make sure you put affirmative finding on the one case because
We had to refile it, we're just gonna trade it out.
that is really, really important.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh, just. Oh, wait, you just sent that. I just need to be at
I know. I'll be accepting. That's. Gonna get ready.
Yes. I'll put it here. Oh, it's so weird. Request case in here. This is 2 Oh, do I follow you? Oh, yes.
I'll get loud. I still need to do that for you. So fast. Okay.
Should I go get him? Oh, yeah.
I guess we're not ready for this. He said,
I mean, I can get. Swear, but you plea or But now without that first case, we make sure, because this is for the CLO, the conditions and everything go over it afterwards, so that we know Jeff's gonna, yeah. I can swear I have a couple of thunder jobs. We need a judge. Yes, she's here. Okay.
All right, there you go. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, not in.
Well, that's not from the bottom.
I'm not what he meant by it. You check on the body. We'll see. Maybe they report it.
She's holding the phone.
But a lot of prosecutors will see that and they'll mark it complete because it's technically on there.
Yeah, well, I can't see.
Exactly.
Her actually, it was her. I see her screaming.
That's why we're checking.
I think that
Well, there's an independent witness up here.
Okay, so that makes sense.
But the actual, on the body cam, her mom. Anyway, it's like a law. This happens before. So her mom and the lawyer has her call for the law. And then mom or whoever can show her. So they someone got she's on video, then.
I think he's so, she's not surveillance, but I understand what you're saying.
But y'all need to understand this is for us, we actually have to produce the evidence.
No, and I get that, in order to, but, yeah, I'm not saying that.
What is this? Is the appearance waived or is it required? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're putting him on the docket for either tomorrow or Monday. So let's put him on the docket for Monday and he's got to appear. Hey,
I got one off docket and one on docket.
okay.
Okay, so let's do docket first. Daquan Davis. They're old, not through fault of mine. I like 2020, if I remember one of them, 2022. Anyway, I was just gonna get a trial date for both.
Sure.
Just get it from the, okay, cool. So we're good on that. Then I am set for trial. I thought it was March 6th, but it's showing March 11th on an Ernest Naquin, Naquin. It's a terroristic threat.
I'm familiar.
It's a terroristic threat.
Cause number?
Huh?
You have the cause number?
No.
I do. It's 253-6572.
Okay. So I need an investigator, please.
Okay.
So
Just file it.
you're okay? You're gonna, so I need.
Never deny him.
Okay.
I mean, if you come back and you want $10,000, then we're gonna have an issue.
No, I mean, I'm assuming it's gonna be.
I always give it.
Okay, I'm assuming it's gonna be at least 1,000. His brother is a
Yeah,
witness.
that's no problem.
So I need jail calls and his.
You don't have enough people that ask for money.
Well, his brother's dodging. I've tried to subpoena him. There's surveillance in the house that they claim isn't working. My client claims. it was working.
Attach, we're happy to attach and drag people over here.
Okay, cool.
Happy to.
Yeah, I want to get a.
Yes, happy to do
I was
it.
gonna, yeah. Drag him down here if I have to.
Really, we don't have enough lawyers that ask for money for investigators. It's crazy. Yeah, I got you, always.
All right, thank you, Judge. That's it.
Okay, have fun. Thanks.
With me, please. If I could get your signature on the box, please. That's a total, right? Can I get your right thumbprint on my blue light? Can you take it off the target? Okay, sure. Thank you.
Hi, Lori.
Mr. Marcus Mutes.
Okay.
Okay, 311.
Good morning, Mr. Mukes. Mr. Mukes, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 5 days in jail with credit for the 5 days that you've done. Is that right? Has he been in custody the whole time? No.
No, he hasn't been in custody the whole time.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. This will go on your record. It's a minimum of 30 days in jail next time. Do you understand? Do you still want to do this?
You have to speak out loud, sir.
Yes, sir. How do you plead to the offense of criminal trespass? I'm going to find you guilty. I'll follow the agreement. Good luck to you, Mr. Meeks. All right. If it's enhanced, abandon.
Yeah. I still don't have. Oh, you have it, okay.
Hey, hi. Yeah.
Lopez Uriel. This was one that was reset from the storm. And he is supposed to be here today. I sent a notice, email,
Okay. You know home?
text message, he's not here.
Okay. I got you.
You want to set it for bond folder too? or-
No, it's 221
I
days.
understand.
Yeah, 5,001.
Okay.
Okay. Have fun. You want to withdraw or do you want to stay? Okay. It's up to you.
Thank you.
Happy to have you.
What did you just say?
18 through.
It's on Monday, so I know.
Sure.
Yeah. You hold it back, please.
Yeah, yes.
Thank you.
I'm just waiting on the interpreter for this. Got it. So I'm not.
Hey, Judge, the couple that posted bond, they don't need to be here on the 14th, the fugitives.
One of them was already dismissed because of the release on the hold for the.
Wow, which one got released?
Ari Smirty.
I think that was mine.
Is that the wife or the guy?
I swear is mine, Vivek is the husband. I'm done, never mind.
Wait, so you had the wife and that one got dismissed?
Yeah, that one got. released
Wow.
on the-
Yeah, so,
Do you have contact info with them?
no, it's okay. I don't have it on me. She had been blowing me up like that. I'm just like.
Really?
Here. Thank God.
So look, all that stuff counts out of court. You know?
Sit here and bill for like text messages.
Why not? I mean, if you take a phone call and it's anything more than a
It's
minute,
been text messaging for every day for 30 minutes.
I think that stuff adds up.
Yeah, it does. But we'll see. Yeah.
It's Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah, first I just want to apologize about yesterday.
Stop. You're fine. Really. It happens. It's not a big deal.
So I'm approaching on Elijah Nichols today. It's a PTI case. He is a class and restitution. He's finished.
What is time for your reset?
He's finished the BIP class. The thing is, Judge, he lives in Lubbock and he's homeless. I have a picture of the cashier's check for restitution. It's made out at the Harris County Restitution Center. He said he mailed it yesterday.
No, don't do that. Someone's gonna take it.
Well, I mean, it's a cashier's check just to Harris County, so nobody else can really do anything. He couldn't make it down here, Judge. He lives up there and he's homeless. He doesn't have any way to pay it in person. He doesn't know anybody down here.
I mean, what I would suggest is him get the money to you and you kind of make the payment because
Well,
who knows how long that's gonna.
no, I know, Judge. Yeah. When he only had cash, he couldn't get it to me.
Cash App, Venmo, bank to bank. I mean, I don't know. So, okay, so I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I guess set it off for a week.
Yeah, that's fine with me. And then if we want to.
We'll see if they actually got it and processed it, you know, and then I guess we'll go from there, you know.
Appreciate it.
So we'll set it for 1 week, waived. So you sent you a picture of the.
I can show it to you, Judge.
No, you're an officer of the court. I trust you.
I made sure all the right things were on there on the
Okay.
check.
And make sure he mailed it.
Make sure he mailed it. I said, please send me proof, but he didn't. He said, I just put it in the mail. But.
Okay,
he
I
said-
guess we'll set it off a week. We'll see if it happens.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. We're out. So yes, I had there seems to be. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Rebecca Matthews? You go sign for your proclamations, you give your proclamations. And then you'll get your second.
Hey, the highlighters over there, I just found them, that's. They were the first
You copy the bond condition, there's your visa, or you took your own next. We get a time of. Yeah, so you have time. So that's what happens. So you have to March 10th, to go the new hearing. Pretty good.
Yeah, but right now it's the way
Attorney for Johnson? Attorney for Johnson? Okay. I don't know.
Council for Lisa. Hi, Mr. D. You were 8 today?
Yes, ma'am.
How's it going?
Good, no, what I want to do.
Hey, yeah, you had a bad answer, but all the drug tests you said today come back negative. I know, it's like 5 people. And you had to struggle with anyway. Have a good day, Mr.
Yes,
D.
ma'am.
Of course.
Hello. So I just had a question. So we do jury selection on Tuesdays and then we start testimonies Wednesdays. So for next Tuesday, what time do we usually start jury selection and
As
things?
soon as we get the panel. So we'll order it right at noon on Monday, and that will tell us where we are in line. So we usually get a panel like 9:30 to 10.
Okay.
So we start pretty early and we're usually done by like, 1
Okay.
latest.
And then we start the next day at
Like right as soon as the jurors get here, I tell them all to be here at 8:30. As soon as they get here, we do arraignments. After we're done with arraignments, we go.
Okay, cool.
So we usually start around 9:50, 9:30
And then
with
like
testimony. Mhm. Yes. Josh, do you need me? Or no?
We had a plea set up, but it's kind of been pulled, I think, this morning, so I don't know.
Yes, that one we needed to do a few more TLO numbers, see if we could call out restitution.
Okay.
We had already signed the paperwork, we're ready to go, I don't know. They've tried before, we've been resetting 4 times for restitution and haven't got any response from them, so I don't know.
And I get that, we're just, we're trying.
What's the last name?
What was the-
Johnson, Imani Johnson.
Page 26. The decided last reset, we're moving forward without restitution.
Yeah, I mean, believe it or not, some people just, they don't want to be found. They don't, I guess, care about money, no matter how many times you've reached out. I mean, it's 230 days. You've reached out 4 times already?
Right, yes, sir. She'll be back in like one moment, we just give it like 5 minutes and see.
Who, the complaining witness? Oh, okay, I guess let's wait 10 minutes then, see?
Just see if we, just really quick.
And just document. So that if they comes back later on where they call and complain and you say, well, no, I've called you this time, I've called you this time. I mean, what do you want? Hi.
Hi, good morning, Judge. Mine should be quick.
Sure.
I did have a case that was on docket today. It might not be anymore. It was dismissed. It said 2-5.
Hold on. Wait.
Mhm.
254.
2544926. Last name is Martinez Peralta, and I was just approaching on the dismissal, Judge.
It has not been oh, yeah, our case has been dismissed, yeah. Today? No, yesterday.
Yes, Judge, yesterday, yes.
Dismissed, yeah.
Just approaching on the signature. Do you need a copy?
I mean, I can give you a copy. I already signed it. I signed it yesterday.
Perfect. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, if you want a copy, we can give you a copy too.
Thank you.
Sure.
Hi, can I talk to you right away?
Yeah.
Hi, Judge, may I approach?
Hey, what's up?
Judge, I'm being appointed to Mr. Kenrick Davis this morning, and he's in custody.
Okay, that makes it.
Oh, and Judge, I'm so sorry. This is our new intern, Miss Olivia.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Oh, so we need to set a bond. Is there no bond now? Do you mind bringing them out, please? Thanks. His birthday's in 5 days. He'll be 22.
Yes, Judge, 22.
Then I'll go to the safe.
Morning, Mr. Davis. Sir, you were charged with evading arrest or detention. On that case, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You're also charged with failure to identify oneself to a peace officer while being a fugitive from justice. That kicks it up to a Class A, so you're also facing a year and or a $4,000 fine on those cases as well. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 31st, 2025, the officer observed the defendant's vehicle run a red signal light at the 3400 block of Live Oak Street in Harris County, Texas. The officer further observed the vehicle completely failed to stop at a red signal light and activated his emergency equipment and conducted a traffic stop. The officer made contact with the defendant, who was observed to be behind the driver's seat of the vehicle, and the defendant stated that he does not have his identification card with him, and the defendant gave a fictitious name of Fisher Leroy, with date of birth January 1st, 2006. The officer ran the name through NCIC and found a DPS picture that does not remotely resemble the defendant. The defendant was asked if he was given the correct information, and the officer walked back to his patrol vehicle to double check, and the officer then observed the defendant exit the vehicle and sprint away despite giving him orders to stop. The officer ran after the defendant and observed the defendant get into another vehicle, the passenger side. The other vehicle drove away, and the officer gave the last direction of travel over the radio, but was not able to locate the vehicle. The officer walked back to the defendant's vehicle, secured it, and conducted an inventory check, finding a debit card inside with the name Kendrick Davis. The officer ran the name through NCIC and found a hit with a date of birth of 2/10/2003 with multiple Class C warrants and ran a driver's license check with the defendant's picture and with date of birth. The DPS picture matched the defendant and he was able to positively ID. And that's it, Your Honor.
So I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward on both of your cases. The reason I'm bringing you out now is because there's no bond that's set on your cases and we have to set you a bond. One of the things that I use to determine on what to set a bond is how dangerous you are. Because I've never met you before, I don't know you, and all I know is that you've got a birthday in 5 days. So he's on bond for an aggravated robbery now, right?
Yes, Judge. It's my understanding, I think it was a 2B, it looks like. I don't believe bond conditions and everything were put in place until a few days ago.
Okay. So the charging instrument was filed November 13th of 2024. I think that you may well be right. In that case, it says here, a Kendrick Richard Davis hereinafter saw the defendant heretofore on or about August 12th, 2024, did then and there unlawfully while in the course of committing a theft of property owned by yada, 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 with intent to obtain and maintain control, intentionally and knowingly cause bodily injury to the complaining witness by using and exhibiting a deadly weapon, namely a firearm. Complainant McSweeney advised that defendant Davis proceeded to pull a pistol from his waistband and pistol whip him with it multiple times on his head and face area, causing multiple cuts and bruises to his head and face area. As he proceeded to fall down on the ground, he continued to strike him in the head and face area with a closed fist and then stomp on his face with his foot. Complainant McSweeney stated that he was in fear for his life and felt severe head pain as a result of the assault. I see that he has also picked up an evading arrest in a motor vehicle the day after our two cases. How? Oh, I guess that's how they caught up to him, right?
They must have him, they found him, and that's when they arrested him on that, and then he got picked up on me, I believe.
Okay, so what happened in that case? Is he like driving 100 miles an hour? Is he just?
Yes, Judge. It says that the officer observed the defendant conduct an improper turn and failed to turn into the correct designated lane. They activated their lights and sirens, and the defendant evaded at speeds of 90 to 115 miles per hour for 3.5 miles on the highways and multiple residential and business streets.
Okay. I think that you are an extreme danger to our public, and I'm going to do everything in my power to protect our public. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to order you not to drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not going to drive. I don't give a rat's behind what is going on in your life. I don't care if there's a burning building. You have to say 50 kittens. If I find that you drive, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months of jail and a $500 fine every time you get into a car and drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm also putting in this affidavit that you're not supposed to be in possession of any weapons as well. If I find that you have a weapon, because I don't know if you're going to get out or not, and because these cases, because of the nature of the aggravated robbery, because of the nature of this one, I'm making his bonds high, I'm going to set them at 20,000 each.
So can I make an argument?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
you,
I
Judge.
don't want to get ahead of myself, please. Yes.
So I was appointed to Mr. Davis this morning. I was able to talk to him a little bit in the holdover. We are requesting PR bonds for both of the cases. He's 22 years old. He's 21 years old. He's lived in Houston his whole life. He has a lot of family in Houston, his grandparents, mom, daughter, and siblings. Prior to being in custody, he was working at Builders First Source for around a month. Mr. Davis also lives with his grandfather who has cancer. Mr. Davis is his caretaker, is my understanding. Mr. Davis has no savings and was found to be indigent by the court, so we are requesting a PR bond.
I think that he is just a complete danger to our public. I can't possibly give him a PR bond due to the nature of both of the charges that you are facing now. I think that you're a flight risk. You've done everything in your power to evade capture. You've produced false names. So I find by clear and convincing evidence that you're an extreme flight risk. You're a danger to our community. And I'm going to set your bonds each at $20,000. I don't know if you're going to be able to post bonds, but if you do, I'm going to order you under house arrest if you do get out. And I'm going to order you to obtain a GPS monitor on your ankle. Like I said, you will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not to be in possession of any weapons and not to drive any vehicle whatsoever for any reason. If you do, I can have a contempt hearing. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So I guess the felonies are set for April 7th. I don't like to set them out too far just in case. If you want to, we can do up to 30 days. It's up to you.
That's perfect.
And then we'll come back. I don't know. We'll see what circumstances have changed, and then we'll go from there and just keep us in the loop. All right. I need you to sign this for me. I need him to sign bond finish with Felicia, and then after that, it's pretty done. Okay. Yes, ma'am. And thank you for everything. Please.
That's for the next one.
Mr. Martinez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have a bond violation report where it's alleged that you have consumed alcohol when we have ordered you not. No, that if I will put you in a. Do you understand? If you are unable to stop, I am giving you the opportunity now. If you are not able to do it, we are going to do it my way. And I promise you, you're not going to like the way that I do it. On this probation, if you do not have a license, you are not allowed to drive. If I find that you drive, you're looking at up to a year in jail. I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail and I'm going to have a hearing. And if they prove to me that you violate any of these conditions, you are looking at an entire year in custody. Not only that, but if you are not in this country with permission and you go to jail and you do anything more than 4 to 5, 6 hours, immigration sweeps it on a daily basis. You already know what the administration is doing to undocumented persons. So if you're not here, you best be on living with a halo above your head. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement with me today, you either complete it successfully and you go on your merry way, or you violate this, we issue a warrant and you're looking at up to a year in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
It is a 1-year jail sentence. I will probate it for 2 years. For you to successfully complete this thing, you must do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what conditions you may need. This doesn't say DW education class. I'm assuming it's supposed to be a DW education class, right?
Yes, Judge, it's supposed to be a DW class.
This needs to be refiled.
We'll refile it, Judge.
Are you wanting a victim impact panel?
Yes, Judge, we'll refile it today.
None of that is on here.
I think what happened was Bernadette was here and she had looked at everything. And they said that because there's going to be whatever the TRS conditions are, I think she actually had Kelsey remove those. Is that right, Bernadette?
So record, yes, sir. We just have it as written in a note, but we can put it on the.
Wait, is this a second or something?
Yes.
No, it's not a second. He has a pending one out of Tarrant County. That was in 2019. He was placed.
That's an open DWI right
Not
now.
anymore. He is on a deferred adjudication for 22 months out of Tarrant County. He started on January 6th last month. So he had two firsts is what's going on. And that's why after talking to Bernadette, that's why we did 24
And
months.
he's testing positive for alcohol now?
Yes, Judge, that's why I put him on the strand of having the first in Harris County was because of the open one. Or the previously open case. Is why we got the device.
He tested positive for alcohol at 1:45 in the morning.
Should I anticipate the T-Res recommending serve report?
Oh. This is a second bond violation report.
And that's why
It's a
a
second
2-year.
bond violation. He has an open DWI in another county, and now he's consuming alcohol.
Judge, the first one was from 2019 and he didn't have court until they didn't realize or didn't come to anyone's attention until he got this one. Then the officer told him, you have something open in Tarrant County, you may want to contact them. That's when he contacted them and then he told them, yeah, come to court for that. So it kind of fell by the wayside. I don't know what happened.
Sit for something. You get about a list of documents this high from lawyers advertising to you that you have an open case. I have to imagine that he knew about the open DWI in Tarrant County. Now he picks up another DWI. Now we're on a second bond violation report.
He's on probation over there now, Judge, and he'd be on a 2-year probation here.
No, this is not a good deal, man. I think that we're setting him up.
I think once he does the T-Res and if they recommend serve report, which they most likely will, I think he'll be getting the help that he needs. I mean, he's 25 years old. So he understands that he'll have to.
I think that I would prefer to do it first, you know?
What do you mean?
Do the T-Res first so we know exactly what, because I mean, I would require, because of the nature, I'm going to do a repeat offender DWI education class number 1. I had no idea that he has an open one. Now he's got 2 BVRs. I don't think I'm ready to do this today.
Okay.
Not only that, you're on your second bond violation. You're continuing to consume alcohol and you have an open DWI in another county. It's unacceptable.
Well, that one's closed now, Judge. He's on probation.
I understand.
He's on probation.
But he's on probation. I mean, he's had it open. He's now on probation. And he's a week ago, he's consuming alcohol still.
Right.
I let him go once. I can't do it again, man.
Judge.
I understand that you have to zealously advocate for your client, but it's time. No.
What he was telling me was, and he showed me the paperwork, that the day after the alleged violations, when he was reporting to his probation officer, he doesn't understand how he would have tested positive when they would have tested him the next day. In fact, he actually got tested recently for drug testing. So they're drug testing him there and for alcohol. So I'm just letting you know what.
I have a scram. He's still testing positive for alcohol. It's unacceptable what's going on with you, Mr. Martinez. No, you know, I'm not ready to take this deal now. And I think that it's.
Judge, my only concern is if he goes in, as you know, with this administration, he's not coming out.
Consequences, man. Actions have consequences, Mr. Martinez. You know that. You continue to do whatever you want to do. You continue to consume alcohol. You know, you continue to put other lives in danger. It's unacceptable. Sorry, Marcos.
I'm trying to
I know you are, but there's two open DWIs. He's on a second bond violation. It's not fair that I don't hold him accountable like I do every single other person here. I can't curry favor just because he may be undocumented. It's not fair, you know?
I understand.
Yeah, I'm revoking your bond, dude. You're going to jail.
But if he's gonna be evaluated and most likely he'll get treatment, which is what he needs. Putting him in custody is not gonna get the
No
treatment.
matter what we're doing, no matter what conditions I have bent over backwards not to put you in jail. You literally had another DWI open, did not put you in jail. You have one bond violation report. I did not put you in custody. Now you have a second. It's now time to pay. I can't let you go again because I need you to understand that we mean business and you're not getting it. Even that you're on probation, you have an open DWI here. You still consuming alcohol. I'm sorry, Marcos. You're going to jail. It goes with you. Marcus, it doesn't make me happy. Dude.
I understand. I
But
get it.
that's it.
Pero ¿cuándo era? Vamos atrás.
What we can do, Marcos,
Let me, Margaret. Yes, Judge.
go ahead. Just,
No.
I'm gonna set the bond at 5,001. You know, you guys bond out, try to bond out, do what you need to do. Get them out, we can set them up for a TRAS, and then we go that route. But I want to know 100% that sober court is the way we go, because I want to do things the right way. You know, it's only fair.
I understand. Okay, thank you, guys.
Bonnie,
Okay.
Morning, Judge. We're here for the plea on Ms. Johnson.
you ready? Good morning, Ms. Johnson. Ma'am, you're charged with failure to stop and give information, which is leaving the scene of an accident without exchanging information. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail, credit for the 1 day that you've done. Is this what you want to do, man? You realize that this is going to go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. You can never take it off. You'll be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up.
Like any new cases?
Yeah, if they can use this to enhance your punishment. You're looking at a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Is this the only offer that you have? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. Do you understand? Is this what you want to do?
Yes.
How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty, send it to the agreement. I'm going to roll your court costs. Good luck to you, man.
Thank you.
Thanks. They did offer deferred or no?
No, we just talked, sir.
Okay. All right. Okay, thanks. Hi, counsel. Coming up.
I have two cases. They're both in custody.
Okay.
The first is Adrian Hernandez.
Page 44, Judge.
Okay. Okay, what would you like? Do you want to reset? Do you want to do something today? Tell me, what would you like to do?
Yes, Your Honor. So Mr. Hernandez had a case in felony court, which was disposed of yesterday. So he's now being held only on
Our case.
Yes, only on this. So I would ask the court to revisit his bond and to set it at a PR bond. And I would ask the court to consider that he does have, his mother does live in the Houston area. And he understands.
Are you going to ask for both on both cases?
A
PR bond or on just this one?
Just on this one.
Do you mind bringing out Adrian Hernandez, please? Please. Who's your other case? I want to admonish him, but.
Marco Hernandez. Yes, and on that, I'll just ask the court to keep the bond as it is.
Picked up a felony. Ah! This is, you're killing me, man. So we have him on a gun case. He has picked up evading arrest in a motor vehicle, 2 aggravated robberies, and he's now at no bond and engaging in organized crime with using or exhibiting a deadly weapon.
Well, yes, Judge, and on that case, I would just ask the court to consider that although the felonies, they're very serious allegations, they are just allegations.
I understand.
There are no convictions.
I get it.
He's on a $30,000 bond for the evading, which is out of the same transaction. So he's already on a bond for this transaction.
So it looks like, sorry, so he picked up our gun case, looks like with the evading arrest in motor vehicle. They filed the aggravated robbery on the 15th and then the 17th. Alex, do the ag robs happen on the same day as the evading arrest in a motor vehicle? Regardless, a month later, he must have been out because he picks up an engaging case in December.
All right, it looks like they took place before the evading cases.
What about the engaging? Does that happen before or after?
That looks like it happened.
Say it again?
Just want to double check. It looks like it happens before as well. Before our gun case in the evading. Because it happened on
I think you're correct, Mr. Ponsberg, because it looks like I'm looking at the engaging or an organized crime. Well, it says October 31st and continuing through or on or about November 7th, which regardless, that's still before, right?
Yes, Judge.
The ag robs.
It looks like it goes after the ag robs, but before our gun case.
The ag rob was on November 5th, one of them.
Cool. Judge, this is Adrian Hernandez?
Marco Hernandez.
We're talking about Marco Hernandez. That's Adrian Hernandez.
Oh, okay. Can I shred this?
You are correct. I will do nothing to those bonds because it looks like the engaging, both ag robs happen before our case. I'll leave it as is. And then they're set for March 25th. That's a little bit too long for us. We usually set it for like 30 days. If nothing has happened upstairs, then we'll give you another 30 days after that. Okay? Good morning, Mr. Hernandez. How's jail? I feel your pain. It's not supposed to be fun, right? But it's there for a reason. Your lawyer is asking me to give you a PR bond. It looks like, from what I see, your possession case got or no, you were here on the discharging, right? Is that what was upstairs that got disposed of?
Yes, Your Honor, the felony upstairs was the discharge case and it was reduced to misdemeanor.
What happened with that? Did he plead to it? Because I'm not showing in the system yet what happened.
He pled to it yesterday, Your Honor.
What did he plead to?
He pled to 100 days in Harris County Jail.
Say how many days credits?
It does not. I can see, Your Honor.
Is he eligible for release? It's, the felony case is 185 9309.
There's a time served 100 for 100 days for 100 days for 84 days.
And he pled on a felony? So he's a felony conviction now?
Yes,
Do you want me to give you a PR bond? I want my community safe. You know, I don't want you to do anything that you're not supposed to do. I don't want you to pick up any new cases and I don't want you to have any weapons. You understand where you're going to be living now. You really have a place to stay with her? How old are you? So what are you going to do with your life now? I want to give you the opportunity, but the problem is, Mr. Hernandez, is that when people have too much time on their hands, they become self-destructive. They start doing things that they shouldn't do. They start hanging out with people who are not good for them, so to speak. You know what I mean? So you need something to do, either get back into school or get a full-time job. If you want me to give you a PR bond, I will. But the condition is no weapons, and you either must get a full-time job or get back into school full-time. None of this doing nothing for the rest of your natural born life. You become nothing and in and out of jail. That's not the way that we do things. Do you understand? So what I'm going to do is I will give you a PR bond, but I'm going to bring you back in 2 to 3 weeks. I want to see what you have done to either get a full-time job or get back into school. I have resources here to give you if you need it. If you want help getting a job, we can do that for you. But if I let you out and you're just running amok and doing nothing, it's not going to go well. I don't want you consuming alcohol or illegal drugs as well. Do you understand? Okay, I'm going to grant your PR bond. I want it back in 3 weeks. I want you to show me what you have done. Start putting in applications like crazy to get a job. Do you understand? Okay. Mr. Hernandez, you hold the keys to the jail cell. No one else does. All right?
Thank you.
Good luck, my friend.
Thank you.
So we have to process a PR bond because I guess he just never got one. Is that what it is?
Can I see the case?
Yes, but we need to do a lot of paperwork, but yes.
I want to confirm he has a bond. That Bertrand?
Yes, sir.
Sorry if I'm wearing a tie. I didn't expect to be in court today. I have a case on the docket tomorrow, Your Honor, Cueva Gonzalez. I still have to get some more information to the DA's office regarding a mitigation packet. I just need a 3-day continuance.
3 days, I'm okay.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
For sure.
Just wanted to give you a heads up. Why is the plea that we did for the affirmative finding with the assault family member? The ERD 2 plea. It was an ERD 2 case that was set for pretrial conference for Friday and jury trial for Tuesday.
Okay.
Just
So
wanted to
the
give-
it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's okay.
I wasn't sure if he let Judge Singer know. We didn't know it was on.
It's,
Yeah.
are we done?
I think we have 2 more people. We just emailed, one of the defense attorneys, Mackenzie's calling up. I think we're waiting on 2. Got it.
Hey, that dude Martinez, he had another DWI. In which county was it?
Karen.
I can use that tracker. And then also all those ones that is just the offer to is probably tomorrow or the next day after. To go over your conditions. You might have to,
No, I think I'm on phone with it, probably. Like, try something else so we know what we're doing. Tomorrow, we're gonna small people.
That was sad. No. Was it just funny too? That I have, that I tell people to tell their mother, they can just find it hilarious. So those things in never can hear. You're probably. There's nothing I can do about it.
That's like one reason why.
I don't know, I'm all for the French mothering method, we just let them cry. Me too, God, it's like a lot.
Vic, what's the word, Thunderbird? Come on. Anna?
Yeah.
Hi, you got a case?
Yes, I do. I'm here on Miss Torrance.
Torrance.
Torrance, she's in custody. She's the one we revoked her bond.
She's there now?
Yes.
Okay. In a bond?
Well, I think you set her a bond. I'm here today to see if you would consider reinstating her bond or lowering.
Oh,
I believe it was 7501, if memory serves,
yeah. When did we take her in?
Monday.
What do you think, Alex?
Sorry, you called me over before I could talk to him.
No, you can look at it.
I was apologizing for jumping into the conversation with Ms.
Okay.
Watson.
So she's here on Torrance.
Right, and
Yeah.
We took her, remember, on Monday because she had the BVR again.
and the only concern I have is it seems like there's repeated sets for bond forfeiture, so it seems like she's in.
Well, she was.
No, that's
Is
because,
that because of this continue? Okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, then we wouldn't be opposed to lowering it. So
she wants a PR bond.
we'd be
Well,
opposed. to
Judge, I
PR.
gotta ask. I mean.
I know.
If I don't ask, you can't give it to me.
I will. I don't know if I'm ready yet.
Okay.
How is she?
Without.
Is she getting it?
Without betraying any confidential communication, yes.
You mind bringing out Miss Torrance, please?
And she's over in the court 8 holdover. Okay.
Is this our last case? Vic, is this our last one?
And one more on bond, council needs to approve.
Is it me?
No, I think it's someone else.
Oh, I emailed you another proof that Will sent me.
I don't know what this is. I mean, Pete, what is this? It's just a payment detail, a visa, which says GED high set test prep job skills program.
So Monday,
No, let's do this. Let's ask Will to zoom in tomorrow and we can talk about it.
You going? Judge, we do bail orders on Davis for his bonds that's.
You said Davis?
Yeah, on both of his cases, the education system.
Oh, yeah. I will.
hey
Um,
Kelsey,
Get
are
started.
we expecting a dismissal for family? It was no 15 by judge. I need to look at it more, I don't know the lawyer. Okay, you don't need to put it on for last Monday, perfect, thank you so much.
Ruben, chat me who you got.
Judge, he is approaching on page 22.
Good morning.
Morning, Judge.
What's jail?
I've seen better days.
I'm just trying to get through to you. I don't know how else to do it. You know, it doesn't make me happy to put you in, but you have to know that we're serious, that we don't play games. You know, I can let you go so many times, but I can't continue to do it over and over and over because you're not going to take it seriously. And at some point I become an enabler, meaning that you start to think it's okay for me to do what I'm doing because I'm going to just get away with it. One, that's not the case. She's asking me to let you out, but how do I know that the same thing's not going to happen again?
Judge, would you consider putting a scram on her that way, because she's currently on the portable? And if the issue is just, excuse me, just not remembering to blow or having it with her, the scram is gonna be 24 hours continuous monitoring.
Alex?
Yes, if there's going to be continuous monitoring, we wouldn't be opposed to reducing it, but we'd still be opposed to a PR bond, Your Honor. But
You know now, you don't have anyone to bond you out. They don't want to let you go. What are you doing with yourself then? Are you in school or you're working? What are you doing with yourself? Where do you work?
I had a at-home job for an insurance company.
Who do you live with?
Live with my sister.
How old are you?
22, about to be 23 in April.
You have any folks around?
What do you mean?
Mom, dad?
Mom lives in El Paso.
Do you not have any communication with her?
I do.
Why so far away from mom?
I want to live with my sister.
Came here and it's not going well for you. You came here, you're now on your second DWI. So looks like you coming to Houston has probably been the worst thing that could have happened because you're now racking up convictions, you know? I don't know what else to do. How else do I reach you, Ms. Torrance? Because I'm going to tell you that if I let you out now, look at me. If I let you out, I will never play this game with you again. So help me, if you violate a condition again, you test positive, you do something that you're not supposed to do, I'm going to put you back and I will not give you another PR bond. This will be the third strike. You know what happens on 3 strikes. But you coming here to Houston has not been a worthwhile event. It's time to change. It's time to do something different. I'll grant your request. I'll let you out now. I'll let her out now. But she has to come back so we can get her a scram immediately. And Ms. Torrance, I'm not doing this again. You understand? I'm not asking for much, you know? I really am not. All I'm asking you to do is don't use and don't become a danger to our community. Okay? Granted.
Judge, order to reinstate it?
Yep. So she's got to be here tomorrow so that she can get a scram.
I can have the condition signed today so that she can just go to 49 tomorrow.
Okay? Ms. Torrance, you hold the keys to the jail cell, no one else. All right, good luck, ma'am.
And just for clarification, do you still want her to come tomorrow?
As long as she gets the
Okay.
thing, then.
Okay.
Is this one being reinstated? Yes. How much time?
Hi, Ruben.
Hey, Judge, I didn't realize this case wasn't reset. I had requested a reset because I was in trial.
Are you currently in trial?
No.
It actually ended up getting dismissed, in trial dismissal this morning, but that was around like 10 o'clock.
Okay, so your guy, it's an old case, right? It's 209 days old. So I'll give you a week to 2 weeks. He's got to come in here so we can take care of this thing, though.
Sure.
The defendant was working on mitigation, is that done?
It's a DWI second.
That's what counsel
Yeah,
said.
I don't know. It's regardless, it's 209 days old. He needs to come in and take something or we're setting it for trial. So 1 to 2 weeks, whatever.
Okay, how is February 18th through the 20th?
February 18th through the 20th.
Checking right now, Your Honor. The 20th is a good day.
All right, it's yours.
Thank you so much, Judge.
You hold on a second. Hold on, Ruben. You have an offer on the case?
Your Honor, one moment. I didn't get the cause number.
There is an offer, Your Honor.
251-4610. Shane A. Bear.
Okay, let me just look real quick.
Please.
So there's a 15-month probation and a 30-day jail offer.
Okay. All right. You got it, dude.
Thank you so much, Judge.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Will,
No, I just.
Oh, I might, okay, there we go. I don't like that. Hey,
how are you,
Judge.
man?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, the stuff that he gave me, it's all piecemeal. It means who knows what. It means when he's doing it, I have no idea. I mean, really, it's like he's giving me stuff on a bar napkin, you know? Really.
Yeah, the first couple of things I was like, come on, man, like, and I think the
Really?
last thing I just sent over, I had used that before as someone's proof that they were enrolled, but what do you need to see? I'll try to get it from him. I mean,
I want to see his name on course paperwork with some kind of date that we know it's happening now, not 3 years ago. You know what I mean? I have no idea.
okay. I mean, I know for sure this guy wasn't getting his GED 3 years ago.
The receipt you gave me, it's like he's intentionally trying to hide stuff, Will.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I'm putting him on the docket for Monday. He's got to be here unless he gives me something that's completely legitimate. But he's playing games.
Okay.
All right.
I'll
You
try to
can
get something.
you can appear via Zoom. He
Okay.
can't.
I mean, I'll be in trial, but I'll try to pop over. So something with his name.
You look
current-
like you've gotten a gut punch, man. Don't worry, man. What's, you know,
I,
really.
I just got a big trial. I'm picking on Friday, so it's messing me
Oh.
up. Okay,
Wait,
I'll try
so
to
wait, when are you set?
on trial for trial.
Yeah.
Friday. I'm picking Friday and 2/30th.
Oh, what are you picking?
Indecency, sexual contact, and yeah, indecency by contact. It's just a
Then you can have later in the week if you want, you know. Well, it doesn't have to be Monday.
Honestly, doesn't bother me. I'll see what he can give me. So something that shows.
I mean,
that he's-
I mean, I'm not asking for anything outrageous here. Just show me that it's true and legitimate. That's it. You know, when you sign up, you get more than that.
Yeah, something
You know-
with a date maybe that shows like when he was
Really?
enrolled.
So something so that I see that he's actually enrolled and he's not trying to pull our leg like he's not. You know, that's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right. Okay, man.
Yes, sir.
So you want me to put on for Monday or what do you want me to do?
Monday's fine.
All right, done.
Thanks, Judge.
All right, friend. Good luck.
Yes, sir. I'll see you soon.